So we have to stop demonizing people and realize the biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized up to the right. And we have to start doing something about them. There is no travel ban on them. There is no ban on, they have the Muslim ban. There is no white guy ban. So what do we do about that?
You're making the right point. You're covering the right story, and I appreciate you for that.
Star Trek. 3 years. I Love Lucy. 5.5 years. Seinfeld. 9 years. The Dave Weinbaum Show. Now in my 11th year. I used to open for Rush and Hannity, and now I proudly follow the Eagles and Queen with 10 years in the tank now with an eye on 20. The time to get it off your chest is now. They accuse this show of being run by boobs. Well, let me tell you something about us boobs. We're real and we're spectacular. That little lecture on what to do about white men came from black CNN newsman Don Lemon, backed up by white CNN newsman Chris Cuomo, agreeing that something like banning, expulsion, even suggesting, if you take it a step further, genocide should be in the works to eliminate the white man. You substitute black for white in his statement, and both those idiots would have been fired within seconds and probably would have to go into hiding. Which now brings me to a positive story of Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens, the creators of Blexit. That's blacks exiting the Democratic Party. They held a rally in the White House where the president spoke to them. And Don Jr. was a part of this group of young black leaders, a lot of whom were wearing MAGA hats, who were chanting at one point, "Lock her up," meaning Hillary. Can you imagine that? And this group came out of a situation where blacks have been deceived for the last almost 155 years since the Emancipation Proclamation. By who? The Republicans? No. The Democratic Party. And they were deceived even more from the 60s, the 1960s on, to become the plantation slaves of victimness, so that the Democrats could get them welfare to buy their votes, and they were to stay in line. And now, and they're saying it, now they have been liberated to think and act as individuals instead of being slaves of the Democratic plantation. The last song said, Where do we go from here? And I'm going to say to you, first of all, hallelujah to Blexit, Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, and Vote Tuesday. Vote Tuesday. You really want to get it off your chest? Go Vote Tuesday and let them have it. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show, and I know who this is now. And he called early today. He's really got to have some stuff. He called before the monologue, okay? This is JJ. Hi, JJ. How are you?
Well, good morning, Dave.
Thanks for waiting.
Lisa and Stan.
Hey.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and I've got my aluminum foil hat on this morning.
Okay.
I've got a prophecy for you.
Cool. Yes, sir. Let's hear it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I had said previously 56 seats in the Senate. I'm going to drop that by one.
All right.
I think 55 seats in the Senate is a likelihood. And we're going to gain in the House.
Well, how do you figure that? Now, very few people are predicting that. There's a few out there.
You understand, I've got a tinfoil hat on, so anything that I say, take with a grain of salt.
No. You are a prophet until you are wrong, and then you can blame the tinfoil hat.
I think that this is a prophecy here. I think we're going to do a sweep on Tuesday, and I think Wednesday we're going to see some demonstrations and probably a riot or two in some of these strongholds of the liberal snot-nosed bozos. I'm thinking New York City, perhaps Boston, California for sure. I think the Antifa folks are going to be out in force whining about their loss. And I read a thing the other day that was, it interested me greatly. It was written by 5 young punk Antifa types. And it was possibly the most anti-American thing I've read in several years. And I have a word for them. These are punks. They've never been anywhere. They've never done anything, probably living in mommy and daddy's basement. And the word to them is, do not wake the sleeping tiger. You'll be really sorry if you do.
Yeah, I don't think they really understand what they're talking about. And this thing about picking off people, assassinating people, actor James Cromwell, there's going to be blood in the streets. This guy's an old guy. He's like 75, 76 years old.
Yeah, he's another guy that's never done much except be an actor.
He's an actor, but hey, he was serious. No, he's whaled it back a little bit, but still, this is the kind of stuff. Nancy Pelosi saying, "Well, when we win, we'll get civil again." In other words, so if they don't win, they're going to.
Another topic. Can you see Nancy Pelosi as Speaker of the House?
Sadly, yes, I can. It's possible if people don't get out and vote. Right now, she is favored by the polls. Now, what I say is, if you've learned anything from 2016, JJ, do not pay attention to the polls. How many polls?
Polls mean very little.
The only poll that counts is your vote once it's counted. All right, that's the only poll that counts.
With my tinfoil hat on, I think there will be a red sweep. I think people are disgusted by the way the politics has been running. I think they look at both parties and say, I'm going to have to go with Trump because these other guys are nuts.
And if people vote the economy, which the Republicans haven't been selling, but the news even today was amazing. They projected 189,000 new jobs. They got 250,000. That's a huge difference from what they expected. There's more employment in this country. About 157 million people have jobs, the biggest ever in the United States history. I mean, JJ, it's
3.4% unemployment.
That's here in Missouri. It's 3.7 across the country, but even that's like the lowest since 1969.
Yeah, it's unheard of in decades. So Trump's magic is working. And,
it's working. We got to, and I don't understand people, especially in these border states. They're looking at this caravan coming in, and from what I heard, this is partially a setup. And I heard this from a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy that knows a Sicilian.
Maybe you ought to play the Sicilian thing now.
Well, yeah, set it up, Stan. So he says that, this is really a setup for this immigration caravan. It's a setup for the cartels. While the ICE is dealing with the immigration, these guys are going to be smuggling all sorts of drugs into the United States. Mm-hmm. So,
I thought this was something to try to draw a crisis on Trump to show him up to be a weak leader. And I think they're going to be surprised. 5,400 troops on the border. You throw a rock, we shoot a gun. Folks, you need to just turn around and go away. But we are going to have a problem in that you're going to end up with a tent city down along the Mexican border. That's something that's going to have to be defended against for a good long while until the Mexicans finally get some spine and send these folks home.
Either we're going to take a stand or we're not. I think Mexico has been partially cooperating. The president understands what to do with countries that don't go along, and that is stop the money train.
Yep.
Isn't that something?
I mean,
wouldn't
very
you think
smart.
The previous administrations would have seen the light on that? This guy is getting some pretty good advice, and he's taking it.
Well,
my hat's off to him. I intend to vote red on Tuesday. I would encourage everyone else to do the same thing. Walk away from the socialist, liberal, communist,
and if you're
Dems. Walk away.
If you're black, Latino, run. The immigration thing hurts the Latinos. They thought this would be a great issue for the Latinos. Why the hell do these Latinos who have come in legally, a lot of them, not all, but why the hell would they want these new guys to come in and steal their jobs?
I agree.
And that goes for blacks too. Why would they want that? So
they couldn't possibly want that. I just hope they don't doggedly vote Democrat just because that's what Mom and Dad did, and that's what we've always done.
I think we're seeing a revolution, and the only people the Democrats can count on in the future will be illegal aliens that they put on a plantation somewhere and pay them off. All right,
Dave,
JJ. Thank you, my friend.
God bless you, Dave. I appreciate your show.
God bless you.
Keep on rocking.
Thank you for being my opening act. Right there, JJ, calling from Ron. Did you get your McDonald's gift card?
He's already gone.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, he won last week, so he's going to be not eligible this week. But what's going on here? Okay, I've got people coming around me. Oh, my God.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear birthday. Birthday
It's not my birthday.
to you. It is November 8th, and that's the day
Close
before
enough.
we're on again.
Right.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Yes,
That's very
right,
kind of
yes.
you.
Today's the what?
Thank
the
you.
Third,
Thank you, Steve. I
right?
appreciate
Second,
that.
something
Yeah,
like
what is
that.
he,
Thank you,
80?
Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be before
Thank you,
next
honey.
Saturday.
Well, you like 80
Happy
now?
birthday, Dave.
I feel like I'm 80.
Do you?
Sometimes. I'm
look like
70
you're
years
50,
old, or I will
you
be
know.
in a couple days.
70's the new 50,
I'm
right?
playing the yellow
Right,
tees.
yes,
I don't care what they say.
Right.
So thank you so much for.
70's
Well, thank
the
you
new
for all
50.
you've done.
You're
for me.
marrying an older woman, so
Yeah, there you go. Honey, you need some help?
she's only 29. I forgot.
Well, that's very kind. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. And now I'm going to be reminded how old I am now for the rest of the show. And I do appreciate it. Thank you, Stan.
You're welcome.
I get a little nervous when ownership starts to walk up behind you very slowly.
It's always going to
I'm
be
a little
good.
paranoid. Come on.
It's always going to be good here.
No, I think so. Yeah, I think there's no doubt in my mind. I'm very grateful, Steve. Is he still here?
Oh, yeah, he's back there listening.
Son of a gun.
He listens to every word of your show and loves it, too. So that's a good thing.
I think, the thing I get a lot of pleasure out of while we're diverting from the actual show is that you guys like the show.
Yeah.
That's big for me, all right?
Sure.
And you can't fake that.
No.
I mean, you cannot fake that, and I understand that. You're pushing the show all the time. Jesse loves the show, doing all the interviews and stuff like that. I mean, it's not an easy show to do.
No.
So I really
intensive,
appreciate that. And Lisa sits there, and she hopefully doesn't put the volume up on her little computer there. If you can check it silently, honey, I would appreciate that. And try not to lean back too far. We don't want to see you falling down. Okay?
Thank you.
You almost fell out of your chair last week.
I know.
I know.
It was very close.
Well, you know why, was it, don't you?
What?
You turned sideways, just a slight view of you, and she looked over and just got stammered.
Just dazzling, isn't it?
Dazzling, yeah,
She's
that's what it
probably
was.
saying to herself, what the hell did I say yes to? Oy vey! She's starting to say oy vey a lot. You know, oy, oy.
No, I'm verklempt a lot.
You're verklempt. See that? That's a Yiddish phrase. That's where I can't speak because I'm so choked up.
I'm learning all the good words, you
Yes.
putz.
All right, enough of that. Enough of that. This is cut our mic off, will you?
Oh, this is the
All right.
Dave Weinbaum Show.
Yes, this is the Dave Weinbaum Show. I started off with a bang, and now we're diverting into stuff, and let's get back to business. Yeah, we got the Sicilian. Now, I consider that business. It's not personal. It's business. Sicilian cure for bad breath will take your breath away. Forget about it. Yeah, we're experts at that. Thousands of years of experience. Try us, but pay in advance.
Oh, boy.
I even like the bit I make up while I'm playing.
Yeah.
I'm playing off my own stuff.
Just right off the cuff,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
And you know what the great thing is? I've got almost 47,000 quotes and jokes.
Yeah.
And I never thought I'd have a use for them. You know, I mean, I send them off, and so I've got maybe 1,000 or 2 published, and you know, they're floating around on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. But the cool thing is, I can use these now,
Right.
and I can use them on Facebook and stuff, and I do a lot. So,
And you make up new ones as you go.
and I
mean,
make up new ones as I go
all
you
the
know?
time, yeah.
It becomes like a little mental disease where you get obsessed with certain things. Now, I think I'm an obsessive personality, don't you think, honey?
Oh, you're obsessed. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same, right?
Obsessed, I would think so. You know, but you are an MBA, and I'm not, so that do I know. Anyways, we got a great show today. We've got, we just had JJ, who's always a great opener. We got the rabbi coming on, let's say about 9:30 roughly. We had to tape him because we have the Sabbath come up.
Right.
And he can't work on Fridays anymore because 9:30 it's dark already in Israel.
Oh, right.
So on Friday, so we interviewed him yesterday. We've got Dr. Amy coming on. We've got Deanna, Laura Loomer. By the way, Laura Loomer has been banned from Twitter. No reason given until after the elections. Do you believe that? A Jewish girl was thrown out of a Jewish synagogue. I don't know what other synagogue there is, but in Plantation, Florida, by the Gillum people using armed policemen to remove her. No reason given.
Right.
She wasn't doing anything. She was just sitting there, and they expelled her. We're coming up. We're going to have a lawyer on the show. We're going to have Elad Hakim, who is the husband, the worst half of the Dr. Amy duo, and he's going to talk to us about that, I hope, and some other legal stuff. And he's a conservative married to a liberal, you know, and they seem to get along, you know.
Right.
That's really cool. I don't know of many people that happens to.
You know, the things she says, I don't know if she's as much liberal as she is a Democrat. I mean, that's just my opinion.
You know, she's very big on not, giving trophies for anything and things like that, and for free stuff for nothing. And she doesn't like that. So she's not all that liberal, I don't think.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm sure if I ever got her started, she'd go. You know, she doesn't want to go there, though. You know
right.
Well, and so we get along. I try to respect it as much as I can. Every once in a while, I slip up. You know, like with Lisa, I'll say stuff like I did a couple weeks ago.
Ha ha.
No, that was no slip up. That was well planned. It was lousy radio, though. You know why?
Why?
Because when I asked her the question, when I proposed, I should have said, "No, don't answer now, honey," because next week we'll get your answer here on the Dave Weinbaum Show. I could have dragged that.
Tuned.
I could have dragged that sucker out another 5 years.
Shoot, man.
What do you think, honey? No.
No.
Hey, if you want to call the show, 573-364-4488. 888-866-9233. And we're going to have another $35 McDonald's gift card because I want you guys to listen to the end because, we got a lot of stuff going on. And it is Election Day on the 6th. We got to get out the vote. Get it off your chest.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
From Apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech. More than just computer repair. We'll fix your laptop, your desktop, and so much more. On site or mobile, from Apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech.
Call A1 Tech right now at 573-458-9175.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, food equipment repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
The Flooring Factory Outlet in St. James has the best prices and the biggest selection in the area, and they can save you the most money. From incredible ceramic tile to hardwood, carpet, and laminate, the Flooring Factory Outlet can do the deal. So if you need flooring, they have it. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Easy to find at 1111 West James Boulevard in St. James, or call 265-1111. The Flooring Factory Outlet, the #1 flooring store in the area.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Each of you is taking part in the Young Black Leadership Summit because you are true leaders. But I also want to thank my friend Charlie Kirk from Turning Point USA. He found somebody who's an incredible person. Candace Owens. An incredible person. In fact, Charlie may go down. His greatest achievement may have been finding Candace Owens.
Well, we were ahead of the curve on that. We told you to watch Candace, and now the president is telling you the same as well. Welcome, Candace Owens.
Thank you, guys. Good morning.
What a big day! Big day you had at the White House, and with this Young Black Leadership Summit. Talk to from just feeling like you're screaming in the wilderness as a black conservative to standing in the White House being called out by the president.
All right. Well, that was Candace Owens. Yeah. And I told you there's going to be a lot of that on the show. I think this is a huge, huge deal. It has a lot to do with America, okay? Right. It has a lot to do with people believing in the American dream. If you believe that somehow you can't achieve the American dream, you become bitter. You become a victim. You tend to go out and strike out against people. And that's what a lot of blacks have done over the years. They've been told they cannot make it in this country. They said, the Democrats say, well, you need us. You need us to give you welfare and food stamps. Just vote for us and we'll get you all that stuff because you can't make it in this country. You tell me what's racist. Is that racist? To me, that's extraordinarily racist because it's demeaning to blacks. Maybe not all blacks. I mean, and I know there's racism. Yes, I know that. But there's example after example after example. You got Oprah out there campaigning for this gal for governor of Georgia. Happens to be a black gal. And, Oprah is somebody, I believe, that came from a split home, was abused as a child, poor, devastated. And Oprah is an example of what people can do when they put their mind to it. This woman's a multi-billionaire. All right, she's done great. And that's what Candace Owens and the rest of the black young people were doing in the White House because they figured it out. They figured out this is a pretty darn good place to be. We talk a lot about the caravans and all these people wanting to get here. Well, there's a reason why they want to be here. This is the land of opportunity. You don't get that kind of stuff. They asked one of the people in the caravan, they said, why aren't you concerned that Trump is going to cut off a lot of the aid to your country in Ecuador because you guys are out here? He says, what do I care? I'm never going to see any of that money. They all keep it on top. The government is so corrupt, they're never going to see any of the aid. So that's why you come to America. There's a lot of stuff that's wrong with this country, a lot of stuff that needs fixed. But by golly, where else in the world, point it out to me, please, where else would you rather be over the long haul, okay, to have something for your family to be relatively safe and to be able to practice your religion, to be able to go out and vote for who you want to be able to speak out in public? Where else would you be? Stan, where would you be?
Absolutely, you're right. No,
right.
This is it.
All right, well, we're going to do the rabbi right now. Why don't you go ahead and hit it?
Yeah, 1 second, Dave. You were talking to another rabbi? Sounds like you're cheating on me.
No, actually, I'm cheating with you on him because he was the first rabbi. Listen to this. I got rabbis fighting over me. This is kind of weird.
Yeah, 1 second, Dave. You were talking to another rabbi? Sounds like you're cheating on me.
No, actually, I'm cheating with you on him because he was the first rabbi. Listen to this. I got rabbis fighting over me. This is kind of weird. Second most powerful person in Israel and in his own house, official rabbi to Missouri and future rabbi to the Trump Third Temple Hotel, Golf Course, Casino, and Spa. And the official rabbi to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Rabbi Moshe Rothschild. How you doing, Rabbi?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Dave. How are you?
I'm good. We'll have to have the applause afterwards because you're calling in from all the way from Efrat, Israel. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, I was kind of wondering where the applause were.
Well, we just didn't sink that in. We'll get it. You'll be applauded tomorrow. So
okay, good, because I don't perform as well without an audience.
I know. We're going to get into that later because you performed stand-up comedy the other night. Is that right?
That's right. I did Saturday night.
Well, let's talk about other stuff first. Hey, could you please comment on what you called your most important message ever that you wrote last week?
Okay, I'll try to make it brief because it was a bit long. But after the synagogue shooting this past Saturday, which I'm sure your listeners are aware of, it made me think, about the totality really of Jewish history, and that is it can really be divided the last 2,000 years into two parts, and that is one part is the years that Jews have been persecuted, we've been forcibly converted, we've been oppressed, we've faced extermination even. And then there are the years that things have gone well for us and we've had freedom like everybody else. Those two periods are not evenly divided. The first period is probably about 1,800 years, and the period where we've had true freedom has been about 100 years. So when I saw this shooting in the synagogue, which is the most the largest anti-Semitic attack ever in the United States, when I saw that, I was wondering if this is like a watershed moment where we're going to go back, to the period where Jews are going to be openly persecuted, and is even the United States going to turn on us, as ridiculous as that might sound to some people, but we Jews have a long view of history. And the good times have never lasted, all that long. In fact, Dave, just this week after that shooting, in a major synagogue in California, in Irvine, there was really, I can't even say it on the air. You'd have to bleep me out, but horrific graffiti on the synagogue. So I'm just concerned that this is going to start a larger wave. And so what I asked in my email to all my Christian pastors and Christian friends is are you speaking up loudly against this? Are you still support Jews, support Israel? And that's what I was writing about.
Well, apparently a lot of them do, but I'm like you. I'm a little paranoid because of past history. By the way, Trump was blamed for the bomber, and also then blamed for the Jew killer in that temple in Pittsburgh. Liberal Jews demonstrated against him when he came to Pittsburgh to honor the victims and families.
Yeah, it was very, very troubling. The rabbi of the synagogue invited Trump. If you blame this on Trump, then you got to blame all the school shootings and that shooting in California and that club in Florida on Obama, because he was president when all those happened.
Right.
And you're going to have to blame the Columbine shooting on who was president? President Bush.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You have to just call it what it is. It was an insane anti-Semite who hated Jews. He himself didn't like Trump. He wrote he didn't even vote for Trump.
Right.
So this is really insane.
On that same line, how popular is President Trump with the Jews in Israel?
He's more popular in Israel than he is in any country in the world. He has like an 83% approval rate. He's a man of his word when it came to the Syrians, when he told them that if you use chemical weapons, I will take action, and he did. When the Syrians used chemical weapons, he said he was going to defeat ISIS, and he did, and we have ISIS on our borders. He said he was going to move the American embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, and he did. And Israel feels very, very strongly in that, that he has our back, and he put Nikki Haley in the UN, who stood up and announced that the days of Israel bashing are over in the UN. So this administration, as far as Israelis are concerned, has been not probably, but the best, the most pro-Israel, the most pro-friendship between the United States and the state of Israel than any president since 1776, since George Washington.
And besides which, he's got a Jewish son-in-law, a Jewish daughter, and 3 Jewish grandchildren. How do they pose this guy as an anti-Semite? It's just, it's outrageous.
Right.
Whatever they can say, they're going to say.
Exactly. Everything has to be turned political. Like, I posted something that a friend of mine said that, if you can't condemn this without saying the right or saying the left or saying Trump or saying gun control, then you are part of the problem. We have to just learn when there's evil to condemn it. You want to have a political discussion? Wait a month. Wait till the bodies are buried. People are discussing this before the bodies are even buried.
Yep.
I mean, it's just incredible insensitivity, and it's just wrong.
So our Jewish ice cream makers, Ben and Jerry, are supporting known anti-Semites. What's that about?
Right. So Ben and Jerry's, I'm not sure if it's still owned. It was started by 2 Jews, but now it's owned by Unilever, which is like an international company. They bought them out. But Ben and Jerry's announced that they're releasing a flavor in support of protests, and namely they're going to support what's called the Women's March. The Women's March, the face of the Women's March was a woman named Linda Sarsour. Linda Sarsour is a board member, and she is violently, I should say, or virulently anti-Israel, anti-Semitic, and we're just shocked that they would do such a thing. Not only that, the president of the Women's March was photographed at a Louis Farrakhan event. Louis Farrakhan, as you know, just recently referred to the Jews as termites. I think we discussed them.
Yes.
We discussed them last week. And that's the head of the organization. So how could Ben and Jerry's, support such an organization that hides behind human rights? It's filled with a lot of hate. And, and I'm very disappointed. I sent them a letter, and I encourage everyone to go to their website, send them a letter. And very, very angry. Well, I always like Haagen-Dazs better anyhow.
On a lighter note, and you know what? Us Jews, we got to laugh. Come on. How did your stand-up go?
My stand-up went well. I have to say I haven't done it for about 18 years. I was a little rusty, but, I think I did pretty well. I have to say I did pretty well.
What was the rusty part? Was it your timing?
No, my timing was okay. I wasn't interacting with the crowd too much and bantering with the crowd, which I should have done. I just stuck to my script. Okay. And then I sat down. I'm like, gee, I seemed a little stiff, I think. Right. But it went okay. It went okay.
Well, you got to break the ice after 18 years.
The problem is I was so nervous that day. I asked my wife for some encouragement. She said, so she told me, don't worry, I promise, no one will laugh at you.
Hey, speaking of that, Rabbi, I cornered the gas market. Yeah, I declared eminent propane. Ladies and gentlemen, Rabbi Moshe Rothschild calling all the way from Efrat, Israel. Where can people find you, Rabbi?
You can go to our website, IsraelAlliance.org, or you can reach me at Rabbi Rothschild. Rabbi Moshe, RABBIMOSHE, at IsraelAlliance.org.
Thank you for calling, and thank you for remembering your name, Rabbi.
Okay.
We appreciate it. Shabbat shalom, my friend, to you and Yonit and the kids. Bye-bye.
You got it.
It's tough to be funny, especially after all those murders on that same day, I think it was.
Yeah.
My goodness.
We owe him an applause.
Oh, yeah, we do. Are you listening, Rabbi? No, he can't. He can't.
He can't adjust the radio.
Well, you know what? He can always listen to the podcast, which, by the way, will be on my Facebook page, the Dave Weinbaum Show page, after the show. Or you could go to my website and pick up a lot of other great things, DaveWeinbaum.net.
Or
there.
on Spreaker.
Or Spreaker, right.
And
you got to
I
teach me how to use Spreaker.
Well, I downloaded Spreaker. It is a podcast app, and I get you, Mark Levin, Laura Ingraham, and all my favorites.
I'm glad you mentioned me first.
Well, yeah. Well, you're the one I like the best.
Well, thank you.
Well, you get all the week's news in one day, in
That's
3
pretty
hours,
cool.
instead of sitting around the
So
radio for...
typically I go to work drive-through after the show.
Yeah.
And a couple times I'm listening, I'm standing between cars, I'm running, I'm trying to help people move up and get waited on quicker in the drive-thru with some goofy big finger, finger that points up in the air like we're number one in a hair hat and a highway vest. And I've been doing this for a lot of years now. I've been doing it for since 2010.
Yeah.
But I also used to go out there and take orders, and every once in a while I hear my song play. And it's Stan in his car going through a drive-through, listening to the show.
Listen to the
that we
podcast.
just did.
Yes.
That's pretty interesting.
Some weeks I'll listen to it 3 times.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I just
to me.
like it. It's good.
I can't hear my. It's tough for me sometimes to listen to my own voice. So I like to listen to it as a critical thing to see how I'm doing and all that stuff.
Well, I do that too. Just like today when I get to hear me playing the Dueling Rabbis twice. Sorry about that.
Oh, that happens. It's live. That's not a problem. You just got to coordinate things with Jesse on. Changing from live till to recorded. Because. I could have thought of that too, but I didn't think of it. But that's
fault.
it's not my job.
That's my
job is to be my job is to be the talent.
And you're
and
good at
that's not always. I know I'm not that good. Believe me, make plenty of mistakes. Right, Lisa?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you want me to start listing them?
No.
Okay.
Right now, we're going to take a break while Lisa's going to conjure up all my mistakes. And by the way,
a lot longer break.
I'm going to need a longer pad, too.
Yeah, well, we just have to end it now. So anyways, I want you to call the show. It's election, the last show before the election.
Yeah.
We got to get out the vote, okay? Now, JJ could be right. I was thinking the last election, I picked Romney to win. And I cautiously picked President Trump. But all these polls kept coming up so negative. 100% chance of losing. Remember that, folks?
Yeah.
Think about that. And, now they're trying to... Well, what they're doing is they're weaponizing these polls.
Right.
They're using these polls for you to be saying to your wife, let's say Chester out there and do a little, Martha, you know what? Why do we need to go to the polls? He's already lost. You see what they're doing?
Mm-hmm.
They are overthrowing elections via polls. Okay? A lot of stuff ought to be illegal like that.
Right.
In fact, they probably ought to outlaw the damn polls and just let people vote, so they won't be swayed by the polls. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we're going to be right back. Did you want to do another Sicilian moment? Or?
Oh, I don't know. I think we can wait on that. And I was just going to tell you, I was reading a poll online this morning.
Yes.
And this guy had 267,000 followers, and he had already had like 27,800, and that was who do you want to vote for, Republican or Democrat?
Yeah.
And 95% said Republicans.
Okay, but who are his followers?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Well, he's probably got mostly Republican followers.
Possibly so, yeah.
However, that being said...
Yeah.
the polls were totally wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I got to confront Karl Rove in person in front of 250 people.
That had to feel
good.
And,
well, you know what? I was really trying to find out what was wrong with the polls. Why were they so wrong? Why was he so wrong? It got to the point, though, he got really pissed off at me.
He's part of it.
He is.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go there, but I just wanted to find... I said, look, I'm not in your industry, but I'm just trying to find out what it is about how the polls can be so wrong.
Right.
And why is that? And he says, well, how'd you do in the last election? And I says, I've been right the last one. So that's 1 out of 2 for me, and apparently you're 0 for 2. And I don't do it for a living. I should have said that. I didn't quite say that.
He's one of those establishments.
I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got a call. Thanks. All right. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Chester from North.
Oh, you heard your name and you called the
Hey,
show.
it was nice meeting you and Martha the other night.
Oh, that was a pleasure too.
What do
we
you
were
got?
out there on Halloween in downtown Rolla.
Yeah, it was nice seeing you.
Okay, you guys done with your little chat? I just got a little radio show here. Can we
Yeah,
get
I know,
on to
but
business?
You're insulting your callers. You know. Anyway,
No,
the
I
reason I'm
pre-insulted
calling-
you. I pre-insulted
No.
you.
To support the point.
Yes.
The reason they're weaponizing the polls is, as you said, to try to keep the people from voting, but it's also to then justify all the rioting that occurs when they lose.
Yeah.
Just like, from the day Trump wins, this is obviously wrong. This is cheating. This is Russian collusion. This is the polls are broken. There's obviously fraud here. And that's all it is. It's to just justify this kind of nonsense.
Well, that's
for
a
the
very
next,
good
4 years.
point added on to my point that they're trying to get to suppress the vote. And your point being that, if they win then, and the polls all said they were going to lose, then there must have been some cheating. All right? Yeah, so your point's well taken. So they got it covered every which way way you can.
Because, of course, if they do win, well, then that just means that the good American people voted the way they were supposed to, and obviously the polls were accurate, and obviously the voting machines worked right.
Yeah.
That's how
All right.
they're covered either way.
Okay. Well, thank you, my
By
friend.
the way, Columbine occurred in 1999, so that was under Clinton's watch.
Okay. All
So if you want to blame anybody, we can blame him.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can blame Obama for all the other stuff, too. I mean, anything that happened during
you
this.
can't do that. No. You
Of
can't
course
blame
you
the
can.
first black president. No.
Well, I'm a white guy. They want me to be racist? Well, I mean, I'll
That's
accuse...
your fault, see?
Yeah, it's my fault, right? Well, there it is.
They say you're the main problem.
Yeah.
Old
Well,
white
you know
guys.
what? I'm kind of Semitic. I don't know about you guys. You're kind of white. You're like whiter than I am. And I'm a Semite. I wonder if I'm considered to be white.
No.
Think about it.
They've got you marked, man. You're in trouble.
I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble with everybody. Being Jewish and then being white, being Semitic, it doesn't matter.
And you sell hamburgers, fast food.
Right.
There you go.
And you have plastic straws.
Oh, my God. No, Chester, you weren't supposed to tell anybody. Oh, my God, I'm ruined.
That's okay. By the way,
I'm
the
ruined.
plastic straw issue is already gone.
Is it really? Did they vote it
now
on?
they're after paper cups.
Oh, paper cups? Oh, well, I
Yep,
don't have it.
they're after
Yeah, I
paper
do. I
cups.
got paper
That's
cups.
next.
Oy vey. What are you
They're
going to do?
just destroy the fast food industry. That's what they're trying to do.
You just got to go every month, every day, and open your restaurant and see what happens.
Yeah,
and
you
you
just have
hear
to-
all this crap and stuff, and
But
just
what they
got to
want
go make a
is that
living.
They're preparing for all the new jobs that they're going to create in dishwashers.
Jeez.
We're going to have to bring back dishwashers everywhere.
Well, you heard about the job report this morning. Apparently, you didn't.
Nobody cares about that. The
Some
Democrats
people
don't
care about it. Well, who cares about what the Democrats care? How about the guys who are independent and saying, I could go either way, Democrat or Republicans? Let's say Republicans, I get a tax break, I get a job, I'm having fun, I get ISIS destroyed in the Middle East, I don't have people going to invade the country. Let me think. Well, how am I going to vote? Do I want to vote for the Democrats who want these illegal immigrants in there so they can kill me, so they can steal my job, steal my food, hurt my kids, or do I want the Republicans? That's who we're there for.
I'm not sure that those people even exist.
What, independents?
Yeah, I don't believe. There's people who will never say who they're going to vote for. For example, if I get plenty of poll callers all the time, and just hang up on them. I will never tell anybody how I'm going to vote, regardless. Who he claims he is. Why should I talk politics with a stranger over the phone?
Right.
So all their polls are.
Well, I'm
skewed
glad I'm
anyway.
not a stranger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I personally don't believe that there are people who are actually independents. I mean, there are people who have already decided long ago they're going to vote one way or the other, and there's a lot of people who are just not even going to vote.
Well, I think if there's any excuse for the polls, I think a lot of people were too embarrassed to say they were for Donald Trump or too afraid. Like something might happen to him.
Well, exactly. To say, yeah, I mean, you get a stranger calling you, and he asks, "How are you going to vote?" And you say, "Well, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump." And the next thing you know, you realize, wait a minute, this guy knows who you are. He knows your telephone number.
Exactly.
He probably knows your address.
Exactly. No. There's a lot of there's a lot of good to having a little paranoia. I'll tell you what.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, I gotta go, my friend. I'm gonna cut you off. Say hi to Martha.
Hi.
All right, thank you, Chester. And we're gonna. What do you got? You got a Sicilian thing or what?
I got a break lined up.
All right, let's do a break. Call the show 573-364-4433. Got a $35 McDonald's gift card, which JJ won last week. Now the only guy eligible right now is, Chester.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm sure I'm going to hear from Martha later because these guys know how to game it. You know? Anyways, call the show again and get it off your chest.
If it's dependability for the road ahead, it's time to go to Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla for a new 2018 Chevy Silverado. Strong, capable, and built to stand the test of time. Right now, receive $10,000 in total savings on a new 2018 Silverado LT 4-wheel drive All-Star. When you need to get things done, you need a Silverado. Stop in today at Fairground Auto Plaza, 100 Fairgrounds Road in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Ram Power Days are here at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Rolla. Hi, I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager, and once you feel the power of a new Ram, you won't want anything else. Stop in now and you can get in a 19 Bighorn Edition and you can save up to $10,000 in cash rewards. You won't have to play 20 questions to look at our vehicles, and you won't have to worry about hidden fees. We're your hometown dealer, and we'll do our absolute best to treat you right. So before you pick out your next truck, stop in at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on South Bishop or online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their r1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and non-natural rock band.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community-born, community-raised, community serving.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778. Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
It was a tremendous moment, and beyond just being able to bring these people to the president, because I have been talking about this black conservative movement that I've seen on the underground sort of coming to the top, and no one believed me. And I said, you guys aren't paying attention to this. They're feeling disenfranchised. They don't recognize the Democrat Party, and they are excited because Trump is not just talking, he's delivering results to our community. So the rhetoric of the left and of their media no longer matters. We are engaged, we are excited, and we are behind this president.
Candace, I was watching as well.
well the video from outside of after the summit. There were all these young black conservatives, and they had this bullhorn, and they were giving testimonials of why they walked away from the Democrat Party. And there was such a sense of liberation, of freedom to speak their mind and what they feel. Tell us about that as well, because I thought that was really fascinating.
Rachel, the perfect word that you just said here is liberation.
That's what I was talking about, liberation.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's a problem in this country. I mean, come on. Do you want people in a certain neighborhood to be out there shooting each other like that? And it's a self-perpetuating problem because what businesses want to go there? Even black business owners don't want to be there. You know, it's incredible. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name and where are you calling from, Kevin?
Good morning, Mr. Weinbaum.
How you doing? How's that for a guess?
All right, let's turn the radio down.
Thank you.
I'm doing all right.
How you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling much better nowadays.
Good. All right, what you got today?
That's kind of straightening out. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This lion jackrabbit we got up there in the
Lion
White House.
jackrabbit. Now, what's his latest lie?
What do you mean, McCaskill, I think.
Dude, look, I can't even keep up with him. It's like the interview he was doing with the guy at the Washington press dinner the other night, I guess it was, or something. He told him, he said he tells the truth when he can't.
Okay.
And so that means, you know, the visual context you get of the presidency of the United States that we have now is, as he stated about Nancy Grace, that he groped her and grabbed her by her woo. You know, that if you're rich and a billionaire like him, you can do things like that.
Yeah.
Truth and standing upright doesn't really matter if you can say what you want and just keep continuously saying the same things over and over and over, and they're flat out lies.
Okay.
You know,
so are you this
He's just a
upset?
bad representation to the presidency of the United States.
Were
But
you-
he's no worse than some of the ones we've had in the past.
Were you
Either,
upset?
too, so.
Were you upset with Bill Clinton when he lied?
Yeah, because, you know, he flat out lied.
How about Barack Obama? Were you upset with him when he lied?
Yes, because they let the insurance company write the Affordable Care
Okay.
Act.
So apparently, did Bush lie?
Bush, my God. Yes, he lied.
Okay, so apparently,
He lied to get us into the war.
who didn't lie that was president then? Hey, can you eliminate
Wait a
some?
minute. When you have somebody writing something, they're saying this is what they think it's going to do. This is what we understand that this Affordable Care Act is going to do. That's a hell of a lot different than what this guy's doing every day.
You've got Claire McCaskill and this guy in Florida pulling. Claire McCaskill herself saying one thing, yeah, we say that, but we're gonna change it when we get elected. So I mean, come on. I mean, you're picking out something.
No, I'm not with Trump.
Yeah.
I haven't liked the guy since before he was ever on TV.
Oh, well, that explains a lot.
It has nothing to do with him becoming president of the United States. This becomes everything of him being a miserable human being.
Okay, but he's been a pretty good president, though, in terms of stuff getting done.
The standings that the other world leaders have of our country now?
Well, yeah, the standard ought to be getting the damn job done, Kevin. He's got a job to do, and he's doing it. I mean, why do all these black people like him all of a sudden, and all these Latinos? How come they're tripling their support of him all of a sudden?
They're falling for a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Okay. So in other words, they're stupid. Is that what you're saying? Are you saying they're stupid?
Martial law come down, and how you'd have Obama not want to give up the presidency. Dude, you got one sitting in that office right now who has already mentioned that and stated that.
What's that?
What is it? Which amendment is it?
Oh, 20.
They put in there.
25th?
Yeah.
Roosevelt being elected so many times.
25th.
You're only allowed to run 2 consecutive terms now.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I didn't realize. I didn't realize he wanted to run till he was 90. Well, that's Joe Biden. That's Joe Biden.
Said that. He stated back in 1991 or 1992 that the way he was going to get elected in the future, he was going to change from a Democrat and become a Republican.
Okay.
Because
well, he
knew
did that.
He could get this brand of BS on the Republican people.
Oh, okay. So, in other words, I am one of those people that fell for his BS. Is that correct?
There's a whole lot of people fell for that trickle-down economics, too.
Yeah.
Which will never work on a massive scale as our government is.
Okay. All right, well, you got anything else, Kev?
No, just like I say, I don't agree with about 90% of the Republican platform, but if you are going to vote and you're not a Democrat, go vote. The only way our country works is if your ass gets out and votes.
That's a very good message. All right, I appreciate. I agree with you absolutely on that one, my friend.
But I don't agree with you here, politics, Mr. Weinbaum.
Okay, kiss my tuckus.
I will.
Have a good weekend.
I'm gonna, right?
Have a good weekend. All right.
Embarrass you.
Thanks,
See ya.
Kevin.
All right, that's Kevin from St. James. All righty. He's a lot of fun. Come on.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? All right, they're all lying. Okay, so why are you getting all upset about Donald Trump if he lies? Now, does he exaggerate sometimes? Does he say things that are wrong? Yes. But intentionally lie? I don't know. I haven't seen it. Did he have locker room talk? Yeah. Does it affect the woman vote? I'm not sure. I think he's got awful lot of conservative women that don't give a damn what a man says in the privacy of being in a bus with another man, quite frankly. And I think it's been proven. This guy got a lot of the women vote back in 2016. He's going to get a lot more the next time, I believe. All right, so are we ready for what? What do you got going? You got Dr. Amy?
I can get her.
All right, why don't you want to do a Sicilian moment first? Do a Sicilian moment. Because I feel a little bit like the Sicilian. Yeah. Here we go. Cure for a bad cold? How about some hot lead injection? Forget about it. I think even that could be a severe cure for a cold. What do you think, Stan?
I think you're right.
Yeah, forget about that. Forget about that. Everybody. Da, 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 da. I love that song, All right, why don't we hear from Dr. Amy right now, if you can. All right, you got her booted up?
Yeah.
There you go. And we're going to hear from her husband soon, too, about legal matters going on. So hit
now,
it.
if you feel that you can't go on, because all of your hope is gone, and your life is filled with much confusion, until happiness is just an illusion, and your world around is crumbling down, darling, reach out. Come on, girl, reach out for me. Reach out for me. I'll be there with the love that will shine for you. I'll be there with the love that will see you through. When you feel lost and about to give up, 'cause your best just ain't good enough. And you feel the world has grown cold, and you're drifting out all on your own, and you need a hand to hold, darling. Reach out. Come on, girl, reach out for me. Reach out for me. I'll be there to love and comfort you. I'll be there to cherish and care for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bad Boss expert sold butcher knives from her car trunk. Writer, pacer, singer, motivational speaker, and shrink to the Dave Weinbaum Show, and God knows we need her. Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem. Hi, Dr. Amy. How are you?
Hi, doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Hey, how do our experiences as children affect our own relationships as husbands, wives, and parents?
Well, that's a great question. The way that we interact with and relate to others when we're younger, and the messages and the lessons that we learn from those relationships definitely play into the way that we then choose to react to others in the future, and also the types of people who we may be more likely to associate with or choose as life partners.
Yeah, okay. Well, in the case of, let's say you have a bad relationship with your parents and you just don't know any better, and you react in ways that your parents reacted to you that weren't good. How do you figure that out? Because you don't have any other way to parent.
I think that sometimes, even if we realize that something doesn't feel right when we're younger, we may repeat that behavior since it's learned behavior. So we can learn what to do or what not to do from any situation. And the key is really to say, gosh, this doesn't feel right, or this didn't feel right back then, so it must not be right now. And when we're able to cognitively make that decision and realization, then hopefully we can train ourselves so that we behave better or more appropriately in the future. Every single type of interaction that we have is something that we can learn from. And instead of saying, I'm acting this way because this was done to me, instead you might say, I didn't like the way it felt when this was done to me, therefore I won't then do that to someone else. And if you catch yourself behaving in a way that might be, oops, I messed up, own up to it, and then learn from it so that it doesn't happen again.
And the same thing is how your parents treated each other as to how you treat your mate, or whether or not you had sisters or brothers that you can have some education as to how they reacted and things. I mean, it's a whole...
Definitely. I mean, so, our family dynamic at home, my husband and I have 3 kids. We have our son, Michael, is 14, and then we have 2 daughters. Adina is 12 and Ariana's 8. And one thing that we try to do as parents is always make sure that we're modeling the way, as husband and wife, how to treat one another in a kind manner, how to disagree and do so constructively, how to show love and support and emotional connection. And so those are things that we try to do so that our kids then see this is how people should treat one another. But then further, when they have disagreements as children and they're arguing or having a discussion, it's important for us to help them to then make better choices or better ways to say, hey, I want to stand up for myself. This isn't the way I want to be treated. Or, oh gosh, I want to support you, and this is how you should be treated. And so I think that we need to reinforce that if we can during the actual moments when it's happening. And then fast forward, if you don't like the way that you were treated, then recognize that and really try not to do that in the future. But it is true that you're going to sort of seek out what is familiar. And so the key is to say, okay, I like what is familiar, or I'm going to be uncomfortable and go outside of what might be what I'm used to because I think there might be something that's better for me.
I think that's the secret. I think some people just can do that. It takes a lot of willpower to do stuff that you weren't trained to do, but don't think what you were trained to do was right. That takes something a little different than the average person.
It's really a level of self-awareness and emotional assertiveness. And we have to feel like we can be our own cheerleaders. We are worth having the relationships that we long for. And also sometimes recognizing that what we might tend to go to isn't healthy or good for us. And so we then might have to rewire or refocus so that we're able to then seek out those relationships that are truly emotionally appropriate and supportive for us.
Now, on a positive look at negativity, I'm going to say that again. On a positive look at negativity, can low self-esteem be a launch point to excellence?
I think for sure. There's something called self-esteem, right? But there's also something called self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is when we actually believe that we can do something or complete a particular task or accomplish a particular goal. So even if we have low self-esteem, if we're able to be resilient, and we've spoken about resilience in prior shows, but the idea of bouncing back, what can I learn from this and what then might I do to be better? And then having some type of self-efficacy where we believe that indeed we can be successful, we can have a positive outcome, then that can work. The key is to switch our mindset and to put ourselves in position to be successful. So you have to look at why you have that low self-esteem. Is it something based on experience? I tried to just do this 30 times and each time I failed. Or I don't believe that I can and I haven't even given it a try. And there really are different scenarios. So arming yourself with the tools to be successful can help you to, in fact, have a higher level of self-esteem and then ultimately be more positive in your mindset.
I'm talking about personal experience. That I was told that when I was younger that I was really stupid, and I believed it because who else could I believe but my parents? That was their sort of way of motivating me to do better at school, and it didn't work, But eventually, I got out of that mindset with sports, and then I applied that to everything else in my life and found out that I could do stuff. But I don't know how many people go through lifetime thinking they're just worthless.
Well, I think the messaging that we receive is critical, and we have to recognize that there are many types of intelligence. It's not just how well one scores on an IQ test that impacts how he or she will be successful in life. And, there's a story of some famous person, and I'm blocking on who it is right now, but I know that he got kicked out of school, and he was given a note to hand to his parent. And the note actually indicated that he had some learning disability and was not capable of being successful in school. The mother read the note, never shared it with that child, and then ended up teaching the child at home, and he became some brilliant major player in this world from an academic and a scholarly sense. So it's all based on how we see ourselves and how others see us. So putting ourselves in an environment where people do support and believe in us is critical. I do think that in this age of entitlement where everyone thinks that everyone is a winner and everyone gets a gold star and everyone gets a trophy isn't necessarily the way to help us to be successful. I do think failure is necessary and needed in order for us to own up to recognizing where our strengths are and where our areas of opportunity are so we can set reliable and reasonable goals that we can truly accomplish.
Hey, Dr. Amy, I don't know if you know this or not, but my pony got a sore throat. Yeah, he was a little hoarse. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem. Thank you, Dr. Amy. Appreciate it. And where do people find you? Where do people find you?
Well, thank you. CooperStrategicGroup.com. I'm also on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook at Amy Cooper Hakeem. My book is Working with Difficult People. And thank you so much.
All right, we're back on the Dave Weinbaum Show. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to Dr. Amy. She's a sharp gal, and we've got a caller. So, hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Dave. This is Martha from
I
North
knew it. I called it. Look,
Martha.
You got to have. Now I know you know the rules, which is you got to have something to tell me.
Of course. I want to respond a little bit to some of what Kevin said because other stuff you just can't respond to. But anyway, the thing about the politicians lying and people's behavior as a politician. If we voted for the most moral and the most pure and the most the person with no blemishes on their record, we would have none of our elected officers filled here.
Right. You wouldn't have a Congress either. You wouldn't have half the judges. Okay.
I know, exactly. You have to make decisions on, sometimes it's voting for the lesser of two evils. Sometimes it is actually voting for, the better of the two people. But, I did not vote for Donald Trump because of his personal moral life.
Okay, why did you vote? Why did you vote for him?
Because I felt that he was going to be the best person to lead our country.
Bingo.
I liked what he was saying. I liked his ideas about, improving the economy, getting tough on terror, undoing a lot of the Obama regulations that were just willy-nilly put in by executive orders. I liked what he was what he was talking about defeating ISIS and pushing back against terrorism, and having a strong military presence.
I mean, not just that. The economy. Look at the economy.
And the economy.
Look
Exactly,
at the tariff deals. Look at NATO. He's straightening up the world. He's putting America first. Wow, is that horrible? Oh my God, he called himself a nationalist, which is you can say whatever you want to, but Hitler was the leftist guy. Trump isn't the leftist. He is not a conservative ideologue. However, he has been president more conservative than Ronald Reagan, for goodness sakes. So thank you so much, Martha. Well said.
You're welcome.
You're going
All
on
right,
the list.
Take care.
It was nice meeting you, Martha.
It was, and your costume was almost as nice as mine.
We kind of dressed the same. She was Martha and I was Stan.
So you're out there Halloween and with your costumes and
right.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
that's cute.
Very original.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. All right. I think it's time for Weinbaum Music. We're going to take a break, and then we got the worst half of the Hakeem dynasty here at the Dave Weinbaum Show coming up at 10:30, I think. That's Elad, but we got a lot to talk about. You know, Elad's a conservative lawyer with his psychologist, liberal wife, and they're both great people, all right? Yeah. So hit it.
From Weinbaum Records, it's Dave's Hits of 2017. Listen to the unique singing style of your favorite radio host, Dave Weinbaum, as he belts out songs like...
But Snowflake, you know you can't take it. You've got that hateful feeling. Whoa, that hateful feeling.
Or how about this?
As you wish me hell, to everyone you could tell that you'd been spying over me, spying over me. Then you spread your views to the mainstream news.
And timeless memories like...
You don't know me. I'm in the federal witness plan. You don't know me. I might be in Afghanistan.
Dave's Hits of 2017 is not sold in any stores. And if you act fast, you can get Dave's favorite insults absolutely free with your order.
You schmuck. Kiss my tuchus. Putz. I hear you tried to donate your brain to science, but they're only taking used ones. I don't take the broom out of your hands when you're trying to do your job. I hear you're 1 foot short of a yard sale. There was a lot of testosterone in my marriage. Too bad none of it was mine. I married a trophy wife, but I couldn't afford to mount her. I had 2 feet of snow on my car, so my wife offered me her broom. I said, thanks, but you're going to have to teach me how to fly it first. Got any complaints? Go to hell and wait.
The perfect way to close out the year. Dave's Hits of 2017.
That's all, folks.
Aha! Aha! What do you know from funny, you...
So Lisa's trying to talk to me during the Weinbaum music, and I got to confess to you, I put my ears back on, you know, my headset. I can speak that way now because I've been in the radio business now for almost 11 years. I can say ears instead of headset, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And I'm listening to the Weinbaum music, and I'm telling you, I'm singing along with myself. I thought it was great.
That's just sad, isn't it?
And I love the insult part. Who doesn't love that's a favorite part of most people. Is they love the insults. I mean, that's good stuff. Come on.
It is.
What do you know from
Except for all those wives you keep talking about.
I kept saying, but they're disparaging. They're ex-wives, and it's a disparaging comment. So you should know that that's not you.
This is a good time to say oy vey.
Yes, and you just said it. I'm still trying to think. We should have a sing-along here, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
an
oy vey
sing-along
with that stuff. I got to do some more songs. What do you think, guys? Hey, what do you think out there? Should I do some more songs? Call the show, 573-364-4433, and make yourself eligible for a fabulous McDonald's $35 gift card. And we're going to take a break right now and be back, hopefully, with Elad Hakeem. Hit it.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341 801-3300.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area with a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe. You can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
If you're remodeling your home, then you are going to want to start from the bottom up and get some new flooring at the Flooring Nook in Rolla. Oh, you went to a big box store. How'd that go?
Excuse me, sir. I need some help picking out flooring. Oh, yeah. I'm in lawn and garden, and I'm on break. I'll get somebody.
And then no one ever comes.
Sir, the store is closing. You're going to have to leave. Should have went to the Flooring Nook.
Yes, you should have. See the folks that actually want to help with your flooring needs at the Flooring Nook.
Stop in at 2077 Old St. James Road or find us on Facebook.
Whether you're planning a small family get-together or a large company gathering for the holidays, Lucas Wine & Spirits has what you need, plus great gift ideas too at Lucas Wine & Spirits Superstore, 15678 Manchester Road, where the smart people shop.
And now you can shop online at lucasliquorstl.com. With a superstore inventory, Lucas Wine & Spirits is sure to have just what you're looking for. From beer, wine, and all your spirits. Lucas Liquor in Ellisville on Manchester.
Reality check number 14. Getting a house loan shouldn't take longer than building your house. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know you're anxious to start building your dream home, so we make loans quick and easy. We don't have to send off to some big city for a decision. Your decision is made here, and your loan stays here. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
When it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. With over 37 years of combined experience in the title insurance industry, the staff at Premier Title Group is ready to help you with all your real estate transactions in Phelps, Crawford, Dent, Marys, Pulaski, and Texas counties. With unmatched customer service and one of the friendliest staffs in the area, you will find that at Premier Title Group, we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction. Tell your realtor and lender that you choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
Follow me at daveweinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
This was among the lowest things that he could ever do. They're talking about CNN sucks, and they're talking about build a wall. So why do you need a Young Black Summit to do it? Because it was not a summit. It was a Make America Great rally. They used some young blacks as props, which really is an insult to them.
Well, Brandon Tatum helped organize the event. He's the director of urban engagement at Turning Point USA. He joins us right now, live from Phoenix, to respond. Brandon, what do you make of Reverend Sharpton's comments?
Well, I'm going to tell you this, man. We had some young folks, leaders from all over the country, that had never been on an airplane before. We had some that couldn't afford the airplane ticket, couldn't afford the refundable deposit at the hotel. And what we did at Turning Point USA is historic and it's special. We raised enough money to cover every single person so they wouldn't have finances as a problem in experiencing the American dream.
Yeah, and he's got more for Reverend Al. Reverend Al's probably feeling a little pressure. You know, he's supposed to be the black leader, which he inherited from Jesse Jackson, and that ain't happening. So Yes, Stan, I know we have a caller, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, so we've got a caller, and Stan was going to talk, but I can listen to Stan anytime. But Randy? Oh, my God. Welcome to the show, Randy. How you doing?
It's not Randy, it's Lee.
Lee. It's Lee?
I'll have to hang up.
Hang your ass up. Jeez, what the hell?
He knew it was you. He's just giving you crap.
No, actually, I didn't. But go ahead. Hi, Lee. What's going on?
I have something about Fox News. Always talk about their fair and balanced, and I know that they're a lot on conservative views. But about this synagogue tragedy that happened, Fox News is wanting to talk about Trump not being wanted by some of the liberals, which there are liberal Jews, but and other liberals not wanting him to show up. But you know what? Fox News needs to stay on the positive side. We done heard that from ABC News. Don't repeat what they've already told us.
Well, I don't know if Fox News talked about or aired the amount of positive stuff that went on in the synagogue with the rabbi and a lot of the people that were there. That he was very warmly received there.
Fox News could do a whole lot more than they're doing. I don't need to hear the negative stuff about Trump and about the conservatives. We can already hear that when I listen to the other news stations to hear the garbage they say. So we've already, those that listen to both sides already know that. But that's my point. I wish they would just stick with the positive stuff and not repeating the negative stuff that we've already heard from the liberal news people.
I'll pass that along to my contacts at Fox, Shep Smith.
Well, anyway, McDonald's down in Alabama. I guess you probably already aware about that mass shooting stopped by a good father carrying his son. That was great.
Yeah,
it was.
And one other thing is I'll donate $25 to the charity of your choices. Next week, you can do one show without singing.
No, that's quite a dilemma because I know you parting with $25 would be, I could probably do that. I could swing that. What do you think?
I mean, I know I'm pretty tight. I pick pennies up, but I pick pennies at their tails up, and even got,
So do I, and I can't. So do I, and I can't bend anymore.
You want a piece of me?
Yeah.
Anyway,
you want a piece of me?
Think about that $25 next week.
Thanks, Lee.
Take care.
All right. Very nice talking to you. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Jim from Rolla. Hi,
hey,
Dave.
Jim. How you doing? What's going on?
Good. I actually got to listen to the whole speech from President Trump the other day. I thought it was tremendous.
Were you there?
No, I didn't get to go, but I was invited. But anyway, he was so good and so on. I was so proud of him. If we're throwing rocks, we're throwing bullets. Love it.
Screw that. Why are you going to sit there and take a rock to the head when you got a gun?
Yeah. Did you get to hear it, Dave? Did you get to
I heard part of it. I was at his speech in Springfield. And his speech in Texas, I listened to that thing over and over again and utilized it on my show. So I was invited to go to Columbia. I was invited to go to Cape Girardeau, but I can't do that. I can't just go away all the time,
Especially on Thursdays.
I know.
Thursdays are bad. So
businessman and everything. But anyway, been there, done that. I mean, I wasn't as big as you. I had 42 employees, but I wasn't as big as you were.
Well,
but anyway,
it's all relative. There's a lot of people bigger than me, for sure.
Well, yes, we are classified small business.
That's right,
for sure. Really small. But anyway, I was so happy with him over that, and the questions afterwards, he was he's quite the man. He knows how to handle
the crowds this is what gives me hope for these elections, and that's what gave me hope during his 2016 run was the crowds that he was drawing compared to the Democrats, compared to Hillary, compared to her idiot vice president pick. Yeah. He couldn't draw a crowd if he was a piece of the flies. He couldn't draw them.
how many? I didn't hear. He had the stadium was full at Columbia. They showed that on the TV, you know. But who was it? Biden was up in St. Louis and they were bragging about how he had over 1,000.
Yeah. Well, then Obama couldn't fill up.
What's the population of St. Louis? Come on.
Yeah, true. Obama couldn't fill up a junior high gym.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, you know what? Trump is fun to listen to.
He is.
He's really good at that. And that's a big part about being a politician, is that here he is, a billionaire, and why would folks want to identify with this guy? And I'll tell you why. He's got a common man's way of thinking, and he identifies much more with the average person in the United States than these professional politicians, like Joe Biden and Barack Obama. What a snob he is, you know?
What losers.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much, Jim.
Thanks for taking.
All right, my pleasure. You have a great weekend.
You're on the contest. So.
Yes, he is. So, all right, we're back on the show, and I'm expecting a call from Elad. I've got a bet that he's 75% he's going to call on time, and it's just about there. And I think that's probably him. I think I'm going to win the bet. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Dave. Elad Hakim calling.
Oh, you know what? I said 75%. He's going to be on time. Because
just like Dr. Amy. Perfect timing.
I've had a little problem with live interviews calling on time, especially when there's time changes involved. And mostly it's a female thing, but your wife is always on time. She is like a minute early. It's clockwork. So
what can I say? She's good.
Yeah,
she really is. All right, she really is, and you're good too. We're going to have some fun here. By the way, happy. Let me introduce you. Powerful South Florida lawyer, writer for America Thinker, the Daily Caller, and he's known as the Thoughtful Conservative. He's on Facebook and he's on Twitter, and he is the lawyer to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Elad Hakim. Welcome to the show, Elad. You know, we play a song for you before. You actually have your own song now.
Do I?
Yeah, we play.
What song is that?
We play the Perry Mason song.
Yeah, that's right.
Before you. And what do we play for Dr. Amy?
Is that Matchmaker or
no? That's Deanna. We play the Temptations. Yeah. I'll be there for you, something like that.
I'll be there. Yeah, that's it. All
right. Well, happy birthday to your mom. How was the shopping spree?
The shopping spree was very good. It was in due time because my mother is so difficult to shop for that whenever we get her something, she returns it. So we figured that we'd go with her this time, and we did so, and it was great. So I appreciate it.
That's great. That's super. Anyways, thanks for making room for me, and appreciate your kindness to your mommy. And I know you just wrote an article about the 14th Amendment, the birthright deal. And but before that, I want to ask you a question. A lot of people now have been dropped from Twitter. And with no reason. Laura Loomer, for example, who's on the show, will be on the show today as well. She was dropped from Twitter, and she was dropped with no reason, no cause, and she's been told that she'll be back reinstituted the day after the election. Now, these are a lot of people. I think Herman Cain got threatened with this stuff. Is there a basis for a First Amendment argument that these people should have, and or is this a conspiracy to affect an election?
I think it's two different issues. One, whether it's a conspiracy in the legal sense, I don't have enough evidence to say whether it's a conspiracy. It definitely
let's say you could prove that they threw off 30 conservatives and one liberal. Wouldn't that indicate?
Yeah, well, I don't think there's a question that conservatives are being silenced. It's happening on Twitter. It's happening on Facebook. It's happening on social media. So whether there's a conspiracy, I think there's a concerted effort in order to silence conservatives. Interestingly, I believe that the Supreme Court of the United States recently agreed to hear a case which could have implications on social media and their ability to target certain or limit certain types of speech. The reason being is the First Amendment, as you know, applies to government-type action. It doesn't apply to regular people. So you have to show some sort of government involvement. And in this case, these social media groups, they don't have that. There's no government-type enforcement going on. But the Supreme Court is going to rule eventually, and I can't remember the name of the case, but they just took up a case that doesn't deal with the social media aspect directly, but I believe that one of the lawyers asked the court to also entertain that aspect. To what extent can these social media groups like Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is, limit people's speech? So
could they do that without a constitutional amendment?
You're asking whether the court?
Yeah. On what basis could they do that if it's clear that you have to be at least part of government to?
Well, they're not necessarily governed. They're not governed by it. You know, for example, the same thing can be said, for example, on news outlets. You can claim that they're biased, but whether or not there's a First Amendment violation is questionable because, again, these news outlets are outlets. You're not talking about any sort of government control or government involvement, and that's where these amendments come into play. So, they're not state actors.
So how can the Supreme Court overrule the Constitution? Is what I'm saying.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
The Supreme Court cannot overrule the Constitution, can they?
No, they can't.
Right. Okay.
But they can determine the extent to which some of the amendments apply.
Okay.
So they're not going to overrule the Constitution.
They can interpret it.
But they can certainly determine who fits within the parameters of the amendments. So, and I think that if they rule in this case that they're set to take on, a broad ruling would hurt these social media groups more than a narrow reading, because a narrow reading would allow them to continue to do exactly what you're saying, to pursue this bias or this conspiracy that they have against people who tend to be right-wing or conservative.
Well, it's a conspiracy to affect elections is what it is. It's plain. Because they're kicking people off 7 days, 8 days before an election and then saying for no reason and then putting them back on the day after. That is great evidence, isn't it?
I think that there's but keep in mind, there's a difference between legality and impact. I mean, right now what they're doing, no one can say is necessarily illegal, but yes, it might very well impact an election as far as just having people's thoughts and opinions heard. I just saw that about Laura Loomer, and I think it's terrible.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about, I think you said Herman Cain.
Herman Cain's been threatened. A lot of these, there's been about 4, 5, 6, 7, who knows. One's a stand-up comedian that's a conservative. I mean, it's
terrible. It's terrible. And hopefully when the court entertains this issue, they rule in a way that is broad enough so that the protections that are afforded also apply to some of these social media groups that are clearly and blatantly limiting the speech of conservative thinkers.
What do you
Well, I was going to say, couldn't the platform itself turn around and put a stipulation that if you don't like the way we do things or something, you do not join up? I mean, can they put in something that would block any kind of legislation, maybe?
Well, I suppose they could, but again, if the Supreme Court rules that they are not permitted to do something, it doesn't really matter what kind of stipulation they put in there.
Terms of service or whatever.
They would have to comply with the law.
Gotcha.
So right now they can do basically what they want.
Right.
And there's no incentive for them to have anything. If they don't like what somebody says, they can just take it off. But if the Supreme Court comes and issues a ruling that's broad enough where they're also covered under that ruling, then they can try to do what they want, but I don't think that they'd be able to.
Well, let's move along.
But again,
here.
that's all conjecture now because it all depends on what the court says.
let's move along. You got a major election coming up. You're down there in Florida. Powerful lawyer that you are. Your Tallahassee Mayor Andrew Gillum was revealed to be a liar and a fraud by Project Veritas. That's James O'Keefe. And DeSantis is running against him. They were neck and neck. I don't know what it is now. What do you think about this guy Gillum, who, first of all, speaking of Laura Loomer, had her thrown out of a synagogue in Plantation where she was doing absolutely nothing, and got a couple of cops to go over there and throw her out. She hadn't said a word or done anything. That's number one. But now he's got people in his campaign that called Florida an effed up state controlled by crackers.
Crackers.
Yeah.
Crackers, correct.
So are you, as one of the crackers, I guess, what are your thoughts on that?
We are very concerned. You know, the numbers are very, very close. I think that they have Gillum a little ahead. You know, don't forget, in 2016, you know, you don't necessarily take the polls for face value, because a lot of Trump voters, a lot of Republicans are not as amenable to taking phone interviews or polls. So right now, the latest polls that I've heard show Gillum ahead a little bit. It is very concerning because based on the videos that just came out, I heard what happened to Laura Loomer. I think it's terrible. It was a temple that wasn't very far away from where we are down here in South Florida. And it's very scary because South Florida, one of the biggest things for us down here, not only South Florida, Florida in general, so we don't have an income tax, a state income tax.
Yeah.
And Gillum is looking to impose a state income tax. He's looking to, last I heard, a 40% corporate tax. He's against ICE. He wants to let everyone in. He wants to have health care for everybody. So it's a real concern. And, you know, you bring up the Jewish aspect. Interestingly, I'm scared to, you know, I'm sad to say it, but I think that he has a large amount of Jewish support, especially in South Florida, because South Florida is notoriously Democrat.
Incredible. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's like...
I really hope that DeSantis can pull it out. I really hope, for the benefit of not only the state, but also, you know, the Supreme Court just ruled that the next governor is going to appoint the next 3 Supreme Court justices in Florida. Right. And that, in essence, will also impact potentially how the district maps are drawn out, because the census is going to be taken in 2020. So it's going to have far-reaching impacts, and I seriously hope that Floridians come out. I think it's going to be a matter of turnout. If Republicans come out and vote, then I hope it'll be okay.
You're going to be California East.
Or light.
I hope we're not.
I hope not either. And by the way, you mentioned the Jewish vote, and you wrote an article about this, I believe. Who should Jews vote for?
In what capacity? For
either their congresspeople, their president. Who is best for the Jewish community and Israel, as long as we're talking about it?
Well, let's be fair. The old Democrats, the old school moderate Democrats, were, for the most part, pro-Israel. The problem that, in my opinion, that the Democrats have now is that the new faces of the Democratic Party are aligned, some of them, with anti-Israel, with people who are anti-Israel. So that's the problem. I don't know if the Jews necessarily see that down here, and nationally. You know, the Jewish vote tends to focus so much on social issues as opposed to other types of issues that they lose sight of the fact that the people who they're voting for, some of them are anti-Israel. I mean, you look at Cortez and Cory Booker and some of these people.
Keith Ellison up in Minnesota.
Keith Ellison, these people have aligned themselves with people or groups that are against Israel. So in Florida, DeSantis is pro-Israel, although some people have tried to label him a racist, which is ridiculous. Obviously, the president is very pro-Israel. Rick Scott very pro-Israel. Is going against Nelson here, and again, that's a very, very tight race.
Yep.
So I hope you can only hope for Florida and for the country that people make the right choice.
Elad,
it's scary.
I got this final thing to ask you, and let me find it here. Well, it's not so much I got to ask you, but my feline loves to draw. She's a cartoonist. That's for your kids, by the way. Elad Hakim. I'd like to say the worst half, but I don't know how you guys divvy it up, of the Hakim family. And so thank you so much. Shabbat Shalom, my friend.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you very much, guys. And worst half is perfectly fine. It's for Shalom Bayit. It's for the peace of the house.
There you go.
But,
right.
you say worst half. That's
there you go.
Fine.
You're both
how do we get a
fun.
hold of you?
Good, Stan. How do we get how do people get a hold of you?
Thoughtfully Conservative on Facebook, on Twitter, and then Elad Hakim PA for any legal questions.
All right. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. That's great. All right. We got him on. Okay. The phones are open. 573-364-4433. And we're going to take a break right now, so get it off your chest. Call me.
Congratulations, caller 93. You won!
Wow! Are you serious?
I absolutely am.
Oh, my gosh!
To claim your prize,
Woo!
just pull up to the next window, please.
Woo!
Ma'am?
Oh,
Ma'am, can you pull up, please?
Of course.
It feels like a big win when you get a deal like this. Introducing McDonald's new $6 Classic Meal Deal. Choose one of 4 favorites like the Quarter Pounder with cheese, plus any size soft drink, small fries, and a pie. At participating McDonald's for a limited time. Cannot be combined with any other offers.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, food equipment repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
The Flooring Factory Outlet in St. James has the best prices and the biggest selection in the area, and they can save you the most money. From incredible ceramic tile to hardwood, carpet, and laminate, the Flooring Factory Outlet can do the deal. So if you need flooring, they have it. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Easy to find at 1111 West James Boulevard in St. James or call 265-1111. The Flooring Factory Outlet, the #1 flooring store in the area.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
I can't express to you how liberated we all feel. It's like once you feel like
you've just released yourself from slavery is exactly the sentiment that we felt. We feel like we've been mentally enslaved by the Democrat Party. And there was so much that there were students there that had never been on a plane. There are people there that currently live in group homes who had to borrow suits from Goodwill. And they came out there to support the president. And they got invited from the White House, and they couldn't believe it. It was a beautiful moment in American history.
Wow. That was more from Candace Owen, and you can hear in the background, this group in the White House was chanting USA, USA, US. That was the group of black young people who are now leaders. I mean, I can't tell you how big of a deal this is to me, all right, in my way of thinking. Because I kind of, I'm kind of I grew up with black kids, and Stan grew up with them too.
Yeah.
And we both have friends in the black community, and I remember going back a couple summers ago for a football reunion, and most of the guys there were black, and talking about one guy's talking to another guy, and telling him, my nephew was just killed. And I said, well, where was he killed? He said, South Side. Where do you think? Yeah. And he says, my cousin was killed a couple months ago. I mean, this is just an epidemic there.
Yeah.
And that's not good for anybody.
No,
it's not good for the black community. It's not good for America. It's not good for whites. It's not good for Asians. It's not good for Latinos. It's not good for anybody.
It's not good for Americans.
It's not good for Americans and America.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want that, for goodness sakes. We don't want anywhere in the United States to be so bad that businesses can't go there, that you can't have a little kid walk to school, for goodness sakes, without fearing for her life from a stray bullet, which happens a lot.
Yeah.
All right? It's just not good. And this is a great sign of people coming around to believing in the parental family, the unit, the fathers and the mothers both raising the kids, and having Little League, and having all sorts of stuff, and being able to walk down the street, go to the grocery store without feeling you're going to get killed. Come on, who doesn't believe that? Give me a call, 573-364-4433. Trump, as we were talking about, he vows to stop the caravan. And he vows to stop them with force if necessary. And as someone said, if they're going to throw rocks, he says he's going to tell the people in the armed forces, you shoot at them. And you know what? I agree. A rock is a deadly weapon. All right? So I would agree with him, and it's about time.
I like them big fire hoses that they spray it out, and it just knocks them off their feet.
Yeah.
I like those.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You got a caller.
Right. Hey there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Bill.
Hey, Bill. How you doing?
Hey, Bill. Bill?
Doing well.
Bill, wait a minute. Bill from Salem.
Yes.
It's not Bill and Salem, right?
We're going to give you crap. You know that.
What's up, Bill?
They also got those sound trucks that make such an emitting noise that nobody can stand to be around it. For about 500 yards.
All right. Yeah, well.
All
right, so that would be cool. And so what else you got in your mind? Anything?
Well, Claire McCaskill kind of brought it up, though I don't think she's a part of it. Or, well, I know she's a part of it, should I say. What happened to the old-time Democrats?
That's a good question. Now, see, that's a good question. Yeah. I'll tell you what happened to the old-time Democrats. The guys that weren't this progressive, far-left progressive, over-the-top people. Those are the ones that voted secretly for Donald Trump and are probably secretly voting for Republicans all over the United States. I think that's what's happening. What do you think?
I mean, I hope it. I mean, I was saying that not as much as the politicians. How come they're just not standing up to these wounds?
Well, it depends. It depends. Which politicians are you talking about? The Democrats or the Republicans or the old-style Democrats?
The old-style Democrats.
Because I don't think they really exist. How many of them? They used to. All of them were saying. In fact, my next break, I got Barack Obama talking about. Let's see. Well, we had him on the last show talking about we need a barrier, we need a wall, and we need to keep these people out of our country. We don't have a country without borders. Barack Obama saying this in 2006. So they used to say this stuff. They used to Chuck Schumer say, Harry Reid. We got Harry Reid saying it.
But did they mean it?
In fact, go ahead, play it. Get number 4 lined up. Get number 4 lined up. And Harry Reid, back in 1993, said this. And tell me when you're ready, Stan. There's your old Democrat right there. Hit it.
If making it easy to be an illegal alien isn't enough, how about offering a reward for being an illegal immigrant? No sane country would do that, right? Guess again. If you break our laws by entering this country without permission and give birth to a child, we reward that child with U.S. citizenship and guarantee of full access to all public and social services this society provides. And that's a lot of services. Is it any wonder that 2/3 of the babies born at taxpayer expense at county-run hospitals in Los Angeles are born to illegal alien mothers?
Harry Reid said that in 1993. Nobody's saying it now.
And he said 2/3 of the births then in 1993?
Yes. Yeah, it's in L.A. Isn't that something?
What the percentage is now.
I don't know. But they've all become this. They've decided. Back then, they didn't understand that. Well, we could utilize the illegal immigrants as we utilize the blacks. We keep them on the welfare rolls and pay them off with government money for their votes. That's all it is. It's a voting scam.
Yeah, I kind of wondered on my own if they figured out they might be losing the black vote, so we're going to try to get the illegal vote.
Well, that's part of it. That is part of it. I don't think they understood how much Donald Trump would turn around the black vote thing or the Latino vote. He's even making inroads into the gay community. This Brandon Straka is a gay, a hairdresser. And he's got this walk-away movement that is getting to be astronomical. He's got gays, he's got blacks, he's got Latinos. That's what really started this thing. What really kicked it off was the walk away. Hashtag walk away on Twitter. And it's walking away from the Democratic Party. They can't take it anymore. They don't want to be victims.
I've seen something with the blacks called Blacksit.
Blexit, yeah, that's black exit from Democratic Party. Hashtag Blexit. Yeah, that's what they call themselves. And I think it's a lot bigger than anyone else thinks. And that's why that's what the theme of this show is today. You know, the caravan is one thing, but the Blexit thing is a big deal, and the walk-away thing is a big deal, because that's how Republicans are going to win elections. All right, thanks a lot, my friend. You have a great weekend. And Stan has something to say. I know he does.
Oh, no, I'm good. Good call, Bill.
Thanks, Bill. You're in the contest. All right, appreciate it. You're getting nervous there, it looked like. What was going on?
No, it's 2 minutes till we have to start an interview, so I was just saying, let's get the interview going.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want to say anything? Do you want to do the
no,
ID?
I was just thinking, KKID.
There you go. See?
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Sometimes I play the director, too.
Yeah. Well, no, I was thinking part along with what he said is what happened to the old Democrats? Why aren't they speaking up?
I think
the good old Democrats.
I don't think they're speaking up because I think they're getting a little nervous about being ostracized by their fellow Democrats who have gone way to the left all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And that happens. You know, a lot of them are, you look at some of the people in Congress that try to say something that's remotely conservative. And they're ostracized by these people.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So they feel like they can't do it.
Yeah.
Which is, that's cowardice, though. That is cowardice.
Right.
You know, you can't stand up for... How do they stand up for this Don Lemon guy saying we ought to do something with them white people?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, can you imagine somebody saying we ought to do something with them black people? Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Come on.
You know, and it wasn't long ago that there were good Democrats. I mean, I remember back when Bill Clinton was running. Now, I mean, you know, all this, the poop really wasn't out on him or everything, but, you know, he was looked at as a pretty good candidate, and I voted for him. I voted for him.
Middle-of-the-road Democrat.
Yes, and that's when there were still middle-of-the-roads, and there were still people like that. My dad was a Democrat for his whole life, and I loved him to death, you know, but I mean, the people aren't like that anymore, I don't think.
That's why you got a walkaway movement, because a lot of them are realizing they can't tolerate this far-left crap.
No.
You know, and I would urge you to reconsider, and, you know, listen, I've got a fairly good concept of what Republicans can be like too,
right?
And a lot of them are I have no use for. However, that being said, if you got to pick a party, and you know you can run as a libertarian or vote for a libertarian, it just ain't going to work. We got a two-party system here,
right?
All right, so you got to almost go with a Democrat or a Republican, and right now the Republicans are going to vote the right way, you know, 80-90% of the time.
That's right.
And if you vote for a Democrat, they're in lockstep. Joe Manchin is in lockstep. Claire McCaskill is in double lockstep. Well, she claims 40-50% of the time she's going to vote with Trump. Yeah, what, on naming a post office somewhere?
That's about it.
It's BS. All right, what are you doing now? You're
Deanna Lorraine or
all right, yes,
Laura Loomer?
Let's do Laura Loomer, and do you want to say where you can get a hold of Laura Loomer?
Sure.
Before we get started? That way I won't forget.
Sure. She's active on social platforms with the exception of Twitter right now. She can be reached at her website at lauraloomer.us. She's on Facebook at Laura Loomer Official, and she's on Instagram at Looms93, and you can just type in her name on any of these and it'll come up.
All right, great.
And
so
let
thank
it be
you.
known that you can donate to her.
Yes, you can donate to her.
Yeah,
yes.
She needs
on
that
her website,
and
she really doesn't have a job.
No, she works for us though.
But
I mean, that's
my
what she's
God,
doing. Yeah,
for a woman, I mean, she's all over these. You know what she does is just incredible.
It is.
I am actually shocked she's on the show.
Yeah,
and we've become friends, and we talk about a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to urge her. You know, it's very depressing to do what she does and not get the accolades she deserves.
Right.
And I've never seen her do anything wrong. I mean, I've watched. I mean, if she was really crazy or something like that, I'd say something. But she's always within the realm of the law, whereas the other ones are the ones that are assaulting her.
I'll say it's pretty sad that she's been kicked off of Twitter until after the election.
Yeah, isn't it something?
And people like Louis Farrakhan are
Louis
still on there.
Farrakhan is still on Twitter,
spewing hate,
calling Jews termites.
Yes,
he has not been taken off Twitter. How's that?
Right,
that's awful.
Very good point. Thank you very much.
She's got 243,000 followers on Twitter.
She's extraordinarily popular on Twitter. Extraordinary, all right?
Yeah, she is.
People love what she does, all right? And I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Hit it. Ladies and gentlemen, conservative independent journalist recently banned from Twitter until the election is over. But still, the lowest lane to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Laura, the Luminator Loomer. Hiya, Laura. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. Hey, Why did Twitter ban your right to free speech? I mean, did they ever say anything to you about it?
No. I think it's just a form of election meddling, honestly, because I've been so effective, and they suspended me without reason. They didn't even tell me which tweet I needed to delete. They didn't notify me as to which tweet was a violation of their terms of service, but they suspiciously suspended my account till the day after Election Day. And as you know, I've been doing a lot of video exposés to expose a lot of these corrupt Democrats and Marxist and jihadi candidates running for office. And this is just their way of shutting me down. And, you know, at the same time that they shut me down, they're shutting other conservatives as well. They just suspended Julian Assange's account. Herman Cain was also given a 7-day suspension.
Really?
And many other conservatives have been shut down all across social media this week, including Milo Yiannopoulos, who was banned from Facebook, Gavin McInnes, and he was also banned on Instagram, and a lot of the Proud Boys as well. So there's just a full-blown assault on conservatives a week before the midterm elections.
So do we have time to talk about all the liberals that were banned on Twitter?
Yeah, I don't know of a single liberal who is banned. Yeah. I mean, even Louis Farrakhan's Jews are termites tweet is still up on Twitter.
No kidding. Wow. Is there anything that can be done with this legally? Isn't this an affront to the First Amendment?
Yeah, I'm really hoping that something can be done about it. I really do hope that something will be done because it's just an egregious assault on our First Amendment and our civil liberties in this country as conservatives. And something needs to be done, because if conservatives can't communicate and we can't voice our opinions and our concerns, well, then the Democrats are going to have an unfair advantage, especially because social media is now a form of campaigning. You know, as opposed to TV ads, which used to be the only way of distributing your message, and newspaper ads and radio ads, now people can use social media and reach millions of people. Well, if conservatives are banned on social media, and they are banning conservatives who are running for office, well, then that's an unfair advantage. And there
not
needs
only
to
an
be
unfair advantage, but isn't this a conspiracy to affect the elections, which is illegal?
Yeah, it is. It is. And if you recall, I confronted Jack Dorsey when he testified to Congress 2 months ago, and I said, you know, when I confronted him, I said, please, Mr. President, do something about this, because they're trying to steal the election. They're trying to shadow ban and censor conservatives so they can steal the election.
Well, you're going to be on this radio station. Ain't nobody going to ban you around here, that's for sure. Hey, Project Veritas just exposed Andrew Gillum as a total fraud, just like Claire McCaskill in Missouri. Any comments on that?
Well, you know, Andrew Gillum, as I've been saying for a while now, is a total fraud. And not only that, but he's a Jew hater. He threw me out of a synagogue. And this explosive expose from Project Veritas, I'm sure, will have an influence on the election. And, you know, that just goes to show you the importance of social media, because if these groups like Project Veritas and myself are not allowed on social media, people won't be able to see this information. So
sure, I
predict that this is going to have a major effect on the election, because people here in Florida are outraged over the comments, you know, calling white people crackers, saying that white people should only vote for Gillum because they have white guilt, calling people stupid. I mean, it just goes to show you that Andrew Gillum, not only is he a total Jew hater, but he also is a racist. He hates white people.
So do people understand what happens if the Dems win the House? Adam Schiff to chair the Intel committees, Maxine Water Financial Services Committee dealing with the banks, Wall Street, Elijah Cummings, oversight and government reform with the investigation against the Dems going away. You know, it's say hello to gridlock and impeachment of Trump in the House. You got any more comments on that?
Yeah, well, this is why it's very important, and you know, we need people to vote Republican, and we need to have control and maintain the majority, because you know, if the Democrats get control, not only are they going to work to impeach President Trump, but they're also going to try to get revenge and payback against conservatives and Trump supporters. And, you know, you're seeing representatives and former attorney generals and law enforcement officials under the Obama administration call for Republicans to be assaulted. Literally, Eric Holder said to kick Republicans. Andrew Gillum said to take them to the mat. Maxine Waters said to assault them.
Yes, and Lemon and Cuomo on CNN agreed that we got to do something about white men. We've got to ban them and maybe do other things to them. White men. These are two major guys on CNN. These are news guys on CNN.
Yeah, and they're saying that Donald Trump is a bigger threat than ISIS and that he's radicalized more people.
That's going to be on my show, too.
Yes, and, it's just outrageous. You have Democrats who think that white men are a bigger threat to national security than ISIS.
Can you imagine saying that about black men? Black women? Anything like that? I mean, it's incredible. Anyways, on a lighter note, because we got to be a little light every once in a while. You live in Florida, right? Kind of. Sometimes. Yeah. Hey, Nassau. I don't know if you know about this, but Nassau lost power in its cafeteria. Yeah, there was a failure to lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Laura Loomer on the Dave Weinbaum Show, and you take care of yourself, okay?
Thank you. All
right, we'll see you after the election and go right back at him, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye. 25 years old, and this gal's doing just amazing work out there. I've watched her for a while to see whether or not she was some kind of a nut. But no, she's not, okay? She's doing everything with them. She knows what she's doing.
Well, she was trained by the best. I mean...
Well, she was with James O'Keefe in Veritas.
Right.
For a while she was in college.
Yeah.
So she does know what she's doing. And these guys, I listened to the song, I picked American Woman, Stay Away From Me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what these liberals do. They're scared to death of her. I mean, the guys have actually run away from her. Keith Ellison was practically running away from her. So, I don't know. We're back on the show anyways. And if you want to call the show, 573-364-4433. And do we need a break?
Yep.
All right. Why don't we do a Sicilian moment first? Come on. What the hell? And then we'll take a break. How's that? All right. So let me know when you got that lined up. All right. Feel a little, Hear about the doc who operated on ancient fish? He was a sturgeon surgeon. Forget about it. What's this about sturgeon? They weren't in Italy. They weren't in Sicily. That was in the Black Sea in Russia.
Or in Licking. Sturgeon Chevrolet.
Forget about it, Stan.
Yeah,
we're not talking about there.
Brent and Kent.
We're talking about the old country. That's not
yeah, that's right. What do you know from funny?
What do you know from Sicilian? All right. Thank you very much. We're going to be right back on the show.
What do you know from funny, you bastard?
Yeah. Tell me. All right. Tell me about it. Come on.
We will do
you want a
what
piece
has
of me?
Never been done.
All right.
Scan the household pet's mind to translate his thoughts into words. Now, the subject today will be my own dog, Max. Max, speak.
Woof, woof, woof. Hi, I'm Max. It's me, Max. I like Park and Leash, and I like Trump. He's my man. Donald Trump is our president. He carried the Electoral College fair and square.
This can't be right. Did you know your dog likes Trump?
He doesn't.
I absolutely do. I know Trump has issues, but one big change is better than business as usual. The Dow is up 2,700 points since he was elected. What's not to like?
I'm sorry, but you're just a dog. You don't know what you're talking about.
Excuse me, Helen, but yes, I do. Stinking helmet. Can't believe you put this on me.
I can't believe you're saying this. You're supposed to be my best friend.
And as your friend, I don't want to see your tax dollars going to health care for illegals.
Explode. What about his record on women's rights? Don't you want me to have a choice over my own body?
You didn't afford me a choice when you cut off my balls.
In one show, I think we did that earlier or something like that. And that's all we talked about. And then we had callers who hadn't listened to the show, and they wanted to talk about balls. Yeah. I mean, it was like a Nike fest,
Just do it.
Let's sell some balls. I should get some. I should get Nike as a sponsor.
Or Spalding.
Wait a minute. I don't know if I can do that because.
No, you shouldn't.
Well, I kneeled here, didn't I? I did a kneel.
There was that one knee bent.
Yeah. Okay. Well, are you complaining?
No.
Yeah.
There was a chair in the way
so
too.
cute.
You know.
Yeah, it was a chair kneel.
Yeah.
Well, how could I? You know what? These things don't extend very far.
Well,
No,
and I didn't want to break the microphones.
Right.
Okay, that wouldn't have been good. The diamond would have been a lot less if I broke the microphones. You know that, right?
He's talking about when he proposed to her.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And
Those
we're
of you
going to have to.
remember
We'll
that
play
from
that
Rio
after the
Linda.
election. We'll play it because it was a pretty special moment.
It was.
I listened to
awesome.
it recently.
Yeah.
And we should put the tape on Facebook or something.
Okay, well, I just got it from you this week. Maybe we can post it.
Okay. Well, why did you
There
just
we
get it
go.
from me this week?
Because Karen Smith has been asking about it, so.
Karen Smith or Karen Lewis?
Oh, Karen Lewis. Sorry.
Yeah, who's Karen Smith?
I don't
The hell do
know.
I know about Karen Smith?
Why do you know?
I didn't know her.
My-
I had
my
nothing
ear.
to do with her. She's not an ex-wife, I don't think.
My ear.
Okay. All right, we're going to be right back on the show. Call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
Ram Power Days are here at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Rolla. Hi, I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager, and once you feel the power of a new Ram, you won't want anything else. Stop in now and you can get in a 19 Bighorn Edition and you can save up to $10,000 in cash rewards. You won't have to play 20 questions to look at our vehicles, and you won't have to worry about hidden fees. We're your hometown dealer, and we'll do our absolute best to treat you right. So before you pick out your next truck, stop in at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on South Bishop or online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Price Chopper and Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area with a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe. You can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper and Rolla.
Fixing your computer should be as easy as learning your ABCs, right? Wrong. The easiest way to fix a computer is to take a hammer to it, but that doesn't fix anything. So go back to the ABC basics, or really just the A, like an A1 Tech of Rolla LLC. A1 Tech takes the stress out of repairs for you with quick turnaround on all electronic repairs. With mobile pickup and on-site services, including evening and weekends, A1 Tech will be sure to have you up and running as quickly as possible. Give them a call at 458-9175 or visit A1TechofRolla.com.
If you're remodeling your home, then you are going to want to start from the bottom up and get some new flooring at the Flooring Nook in Rolla. Oh, you went to a big box store. How'd that go?
Excuse me, sir. I need some help picking out flooring. Oh, yeah. I'm in lawn and garden, and I'm on break. I'll get somebody.
And then no one ever comes.
Sir, the store is closing. You're going to have to leave. Should have went to the Flooring Nook.
Yes, you should have. See the folks that actually want to help with your flooring needs at the Flooring Nook.
Stop in at 2077 Old St. James Road or find us on Facebook. Whether you're planning a small family get-together or large company gathering for the holidays, Lucas Wine & Spirits has what you need, plus great gift ideas too at Lucas Wine & Spirits Superstore, 15678 Manchester Road, where the smart people shop.
And now you can shop online at lucasliquorstl.com. With a superstore inventory, Lucas Wine & Spirits is sure to have just what you're looking for. From beer, wine, and all your spirits. Lucas Liquor in Ellisville on Manchester.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
400 black leaders from all over the country able to be in the White House and hear from the president. And I'm going to say this, and I want Al Sharpton to be watching this network and listen to me clearly. As a strong black man raised by a black father, I'm telling Al Sharpton to his face that he should be ashamed of himself. These young people had a great experience. They were enthusiastic, and I want to set the record straight. The White House was one element of a 4-day summit where these young people were inspiring, and they were doing the exact thing that they wanted to do. I had a mom crying on the phone to me because her daughter couldn't make it, and I couldn't be more proud of Turning Point USA and our staff for making that happen for that mother, making that happen for that child, and this was a great thing. And anybody who will counter that and have a problem with that, that person is not a respectful person to the African-American people, the African-American youth, and they should all be ashamed of themselves. And I want every young person to know that I got your back. I'm going to fight for you. Turning Point is going to fight for you, and we're going to make sure that we continue to make America great, and we are free thinkers, and we're going to do everything we can to live the American dream, because this country belongs to us just like everybody else.
Wonderful. That's just wonderful stuff right there. Let's talk a little bit more about this election now, because you got to understand something. If the Republicans lose the House, and everyone's saying that right now, they have no chance. It's sort of like, maybe an 85% chance of losing the House. That's an official poll right now. If they lose the House, all of a sudden you got Maxine Waters and the guy out of Baltimore, Cunningham, and Adam Schiff running these committees. And they're going to do everything in their power to destroy Donald Trump, to take away your tax break, to kill your health care, to have criminals come over the border, kill your children. I'm telling you, this is nuts. All right, don't listen to the polls, is what I'm saying. Go out and vote. It may well be that we do lose. We'll have to figure out a way to combat it. It's happened before. That's the way the system is set up, all right? But don't give up until you vote, okay? That's the most important thing. You get your butts off the couch. Get your crazy family and your friends, your nutty friends. Get them all out there voting. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Randy from St. James.
Hi, Randy. How you doing?
See, we were talking about
you.
Glad you called.
And if you don't vote, then boy, you've got a problem.
Yep.
And you're going to create one for all of us. Hey, a couple of things. They was talking about the old Democrats. Missouri used to be big time Democrat and then Republican, and it's just split, mixed all over the place. But if you look now, it's mostly conservative.
Trump won the state by 19 points. Of course, my show was on, too, at the time.
Well, we don't. Well, that was the big one there.
There you go. I think so.
But what I'm saying is, one point I'm trying to get across is, we used to have Democrats that weren't totally left. They were more center.
Yeah.
And Republicans and independents even found themselves voting for them. This day and time, I can't find myself to even consider it, because the first thing they put out of their mouth is free. Well, that's crap. There's no such thing as free.
No.
And the next thing I would like to say, if you don't mind.
Yes, go ahead.
The Veterans of Foreign War has never endorsed anything political in the 108 years existence. This year is the first year they have endorsed something.
What is it?
It's for Amendment 2, medical marijuana in Missouri.
Right. Okay.
If you're going to vote, there's 3 of them out there. If you're going to vote for any of them, please vote for 2. Read.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
Well, it's a matter of Amendment 3. You have one person who's actually loaned himself the money for his campaign, and he's almost the only contributor. And he is collecting all the taxes.
Yeah.
He is collecting all the fees in hopes of putting up a research center. And he's writing himself into the Constitution of Missouri.
Right. And so that's a 15% tax and 15% tax versus 4 or 5% tax. right?
Yeah, 15 versus 4%.
Yeah.
That's correct. And New Approach Missouri's Amendment 2, the 4% tax goes to veterans' health care and other services.
So yes on
and
2,
also
no
to
on
administer
3.
the program.
So yes on 2.
Now,
no
what
on
about
3.
number 1? Number 1 gives a lot of power to St. Louis and Kansas City and sort of takes it away.
Oh, my gosh, no. It sounds good when you look at the fair ballot language, but when you look at the last paragraph, they're going to try to, through other means, separate redo the redistricting.
Right.
So you can have somebody in Rolla voting for someone in St. Louis.
No, we don't want that.
No,
we don't want that.
And
We
you don't want someone in St. Louis voting for someone in Rolla.
Right.
Either way.
Correct.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. I got to get going here, Randy. I'm behind.
Guys.
I'm a little behind. Okay. Thank you so much. It's like my okay, I can't even think of the word for it now. But my pony.
Your pony,
yeah. My pony had a sore throat.
It's a little horse.
It was a little horse, yeah. Thanks for standing on my line.
Sorry.
Anyways, no, it's okay. It's okay. All right, so
that's an admiration thing. At least I remembered it.
No. You are more of a critic of yourself than I am. You apologized to me yesterday when I was pulling out, and you were already halfway out, and I pulled up my car, and you apologized to me.
Yeah.
And why was that necessary?
Well, I didn't want you to think I was trying to run around you.
You are your worst own enemy. I mean, if I get really mad at you, I'll tell you.
Well, maybe it's
I'm
respecting my elder. I'm respecting my elder. See,
yeah, kiss my ass.
It's your birthday
you
party.
You can kiss my ass for that elder crap. Yeah, give me a break.
Yeah.
Because I'm having a birthday, 70. Oh God,
call us.
Okay, we're going to take a break right now. Remember, I still got this contest open for a fabulous $35 McDonald's gift card. Call the show with something good. I've got a lot of stuff to cover, and we've got one more interview. So call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
Reality check number 31. New cars can go from 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. Why can't new car loans move like that? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We may look like typical bankers, but when it comes to car loans, we're downright speed demons. We approve loans in record time, so you can get that new baby on the road ASAP. And by the way, you really do look good in that new ride. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control. Community born, community raised, community serving.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778. Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
Follow me at daveweinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Throughout human history, certainly throughout American history, politicians have exaggerated. They make promises that they may try to fulfill, but then it turns out to be harder than they expected. We have not seen before, in our recent public life at least, is politicians just blatantly, repeatedly, baldly, shamelessly lying, making stuff up.
So we thought it was interesting that the former president says the current president is making things up. So we thought we'd look at Barack Obama's record. Take a quick look.
If you like your doctor, you will be able to keep your doctor. Period. If you got a business, that you didn't build that. Somebody else made that happen.
We have communicated in no uncertain terms with every player in the region that that's a red line for us.
Did you know about Hillary Clinton's use of private email server?
No.
While she was Secretary of State?
No.
And he never had a scandal in his administration. Right. Not once, not never. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. Thanks for waiting. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Salem, Missouri. This is George Hans.
Hi, George. What's going on, man? What can I do for you?
Well, I believe in the vote. I think if you don't get out and vote, you have no right to bitch about who made it into office.
I would agree with that.
That's just, a simple thing. They automatically win. Well, guess what? You didn't vote against them, so big deal. My thing is, everyone's going on about Donald Trump. He's such an ass, and he's this and he's that. And, well, guess what? He was that before he ever went into office. People knew that he was a jerk. But guess what? He's a millionaire. He's been bankrupt. He's filed. I can't remember what it's called, but he lost everything, and then he comes right back.
Yeah.
The man knows how to run a business, and the United States is a business. It's a company. Okay. What I don't understand is this electoral vote. My friends and I get together and we go vote.
Uh-huh.
We voted both times against Obama. I did not want him in office because I was in the hospital watching him on TV, and I caught him in 3 lies just watching him on TV.
Barack Obama lie? Are you serious? Oh, my God, I didn't know.
It wasn't him. It was his evil twin.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, they have doubles. But my wife and I, we got upset one year, the second year, because we made the point to vote.
Uh-huh.
And instead of counting the people's vote, they done the electoral vote. Why do we need this electoral vote? Do we have enough computer systems and enough smarts to be able to count how many people want this person?
It has to do with the populations that are located in these high dense areas like California, New York, and you wouldn't get much representation voting from Missouri. That's why they have the Electoral College. And
really?
actually, you want the the left coast or the west coast electing your presidents without your vote really counting? I don't think so.
Well, I want my vote to count.
Right.
Whether I'm in BFG or where, you know?
You're just like the popular vote, right?
Everyone says go vote.
Yeah.
Okay, I go vote because my own country, my state has a little piddly amount of electoral votes.
Yeah.
You know, everybody in Missouri could vote against him, but because we have the little bitty electoral votes, we don't count.
Well, we do count. What do we got, 7 or 8? We count.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as much as you'd like,
but I 14 or 15 or whatever.
I understand your point.
Over here.
I've got to get going. I got another call, and I got 2 more breaks I got to do.
Good point.
In 20 minutes. Thank you so much, George. You're in the contest, by the way. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, my name's Martin. I'm from Edgar Springs.
Hi, Martin.
And,
what's up?
I was calling today because I'm very scared about what's going on here. I see so many Democrats acting just as if they've read every single word from Saul Alinsky's book.
Yeah.
And he wrote a book about no rules, no right, no wrong, just the end results, basically is what his book's about. And it's such an evil book when you read about it. He gives a license to everything that you can do to win. It doesn't matter what. And this shows how evil this book is. I mean, a guy dedicated it to Lucifer. And he gave a dedication to Lucifer.
Right.
And he was reported to have said that he's looking forward to hell. He's going to meet a lot of friends there. It should be an interesting place, is what he said.
Well, the stuff he did is evil. The stuff the Democrats are doing is evil. But it does work in certain places to gain power.
Well, it's a big lie theory. And Hitler proved that.
Right.
I mean, if you tell a big lie enough, they're going to believe it.
Yep.
And this is what Claire's doing. Claire is just out there telling everything to everybody to get across the finish line.
Yeah,
and then
that's
you
what
got
they're
Nancy
doing.
Pelosi.
Absolutely. And the schmuck in Florida, Gillen.
Yeah.
The same stuff. You know, this is a effing cracker state. You know, we ain't good. You know, we gotta campaign differently than we're gonna run it. You know.
Yeah, and the thing. Oh, I wanted to tell you something.
Yeah.
I know all about being part of the black culture because I'm partly black myself.
Okay.
I don't win a lot of fights. Okay. So I got black and blue marks all over.
There you go.
So, you know, I know how they
all right. Well, thank you. Are you the guy that gives me trouble in drive-thru all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're the guy. All right. Well, thanks, Barton.
I got some eggs today.
Yeah, get off my phone, will you? All right, I love you, but get off my phone, will you? My God.
Thanks,
what the hell's
Barton.
he gives me crap in drive-thru. I know it's good. This guy's a smart guy, though. You know, I don't want to tell him while he's on the phone, though, because he gets a big head. Anyways, we're going to take a break. Give me a call. We've still got the contest. We've still got Deanna Lorraine to go. Call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Reality check number 44. You can spend money everywhere. Why can't you bank everywhere? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. Town & Country may be a hometown bank, but our banking is state-of-the-art. We have dozens of ATMs across the area. Plus, you can bank anytime, anywhere, online or on your phone. You can even deposit checks from your phone. Pretty cool, huh? Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
From apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech. More than just computer repair. We'll fix your laptop, your desktop, and so much more. On site or mobile, from apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1
A1 Tech right now at 573-458-9175.
If it's dependability for the road ahead, it's time to go to Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla for a new 2018 Chevy Silverado. Strong, capable, and built to stand the test of time. Right now, receive $10,000 in total savings on a new 2018 Silverado LT 4-wheel drive All-Star. When you need to get things done, you need a Silverado. Stop in today at Fairground Auto Plaza, 100 Fairgrounds Road in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
At Premier Title Group, we realize that one of the most important decisions in your life is when you purchase or sell your property. We strive to treat each customer like they are part of our family. At Premier Title Group, we offer quick yet very accurate title searches and will close your real estate transaction in a timely manner. With unmatched customer service, you'll find that we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction, serving Phelps and its surrounding counties. Remember, when it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. Choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
It's actually funny. We should enjoy it. The Democrat Party is scared. They're trying everything they can, including bringing back one of the biggest liars in American history, which is President Barack Obama, former President Barack Obama. We are relieved. America is relieved to move on from him. America feels like we are finally getting our country back. There's pride in being an American, and there's actually no soundbite that he can deliver that's going to stop the support for President Donald Trump.
You said they're scared. Do you really believe that the Democrats are scared? Is this a watershed moment that we're seeing right now? And why is this moment so different?
This moment is different because for the first time, Americans didn't even know that they were losing so badly until Trump started delivering major wins. And it feels like we're coming together. I mean, that moment, to have black Americans in a room shouting, lock her up, saying, build the wall. We're finally getting on the same page and understanding that the agenda is America first. It's a wonderful agenda. Honestly, Trump has inspired all of us so much to fight for this country.
A room full of black youths who are leaders in the black community yelling, lock her up?
Yeah.
I mean, USA, USA, make America great again?
They may as well. They're Americans too, just like we are.
Well, that's the point.
I agree.
The point is that we are America. Yes. We are one family. This is what Trump is running on. And that's a great message. We are one people, one family, under God.
That's right.
Under God. Mm-hmm. Can't do that in Democrat land, can you?
Why, heck no.
They've outlawed God. They tried to do that in the last convention or the one before that.
The last 50 years they have.
Unbelievable.
I was in elementary school when they took prayer out of school.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. You
around the same time Kennedy got shot.
You're not as old as I thought. Well, there you go. All right, so we got this election coming up. We got Claire has been revealed. She wants your guns. They get control. They're going to want not just your rifles, your hunting rifles, and your shotguns. They're going to want your handguns.
Right.
They've been caught. And when told, well, what happens when if you get elected? Because you're not saying that stuff now. You're saying you back the Second Amendment. And the crew says, well, that's just tough. Deal with it.
Right.
You can't elect people like this. Why not just be honest about it?
Yeah.
Be honest about it. Okay, all right, fine. So you don't get elected. Well, that's the way it's supposed to work. You tell people what you want to do, and if you don't have enough votes, you lose. When you want to lie and you do it willingly, and people know about it, nobody should trust you. Nobody.
That's right.
because you're just going to be subject to the highest bidder. Okay. Now Kavanaugh. Here's an interesting point. This guy was accused of multiple gang rapes on a number of occasions by the Democrats, who waited till the last second in terms of the hearings. They didn't want to bring it beforehand. When they saw this guy was going to get confirmed, all of a sudden he's this rapist kind of guy. But since he's been confirmed, you haven't heard anything.
No.
Nothing from the Democrats. Okay? Why haven't they continued the investigation of this so-called mad rapist? Does that not mean that this was bogus the whole time and that it was an obvious setup? Meanwhile, Dr. Ford, what did she get out of this? Well, I'll tell you what she got out of this. She's got $1 million fund out of Facebook, which she's keeping, and she's going to have book deals.
Yep.
She'll make millions out of this deal. Him, they raised $600,000 for him. He's giving it away to Catholic charities in D.C. area.
Well, I heard he just told them to keep it. I don't know.
Well, I don't think you can, but that's what I heard is giving it away to the Catholic
because a lot of it was anonymous
up there.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, let me just a few other things I wanted to get out of here. Did you know that? Do you know that panda bears, they actually serenade each other before they have sex?
No.
Did you know that? Well, this is how Jews have sex. We whine. Hey, can you move a little to the left? You know that's my bad knee. What's wrong with you? I got arthritis. This is how Jews have sex. But pandas, apparently, they sing in panda. And they get it on. So
all
what the
right.
hell?
Well, as your director, I would have to do this. So.
Yeah.
Starting this year, Toyota and Lexus luxury models will come with Amazon Alexa.
Alexa, turn on the AC.
Turning on AC.
Finally, a virtual assistant to help you navigate.
Alexa, where's the nearest gas station?
Nearest gas station in 1.5 miles.
And to help maintain your vehicle.
Alexa, order more brake pads.
Ordering new brake pads. Although maybe if you didn't stop so close to the car in front of you.
I left plenty of room.
You drive too aggressively.
If you were just quiet for 2 seconds, 2 seconds.
She'll talk to you literally the entire time you're driving.
I think you should have turned back there.
I know where I'm going!
Hi. You know why I pulled you over?
No, officer, I have...
Because we were driving 72 miles per hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone.
Anything else I should know?
2 miles back, we rolled through a stop sign without coming to a complete stop. Also, there are illegal fireworks in the trunk.
Sir, I'm going to need you to step out of the car, please.
Amazon Alexa. You'll never get away from her.
This is happening.
That's kind of like
this is happening. Yeah, and they have these tiny little robots now. Tiny. Like they're little flies or stuff. This was in a book about 25 years ago about these little drones out there.
Right.
That you could actually have these little characters. They've got that now.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, think about that in terms of what you could do with that. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about,
If I could be a fly on the wall is what they always say,
No, I mean, man. That's terrible. Anyways, we're back on the show, and great. We got another caller. That's terrific. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Ron from Davisville.
Oh, I would figure you'd be here with a contest. How you doing, Ron?
Here when there's a contest. You're going to let Lisa draw today, so maybe I got a chance to win.
No. Guess what? Lisa's not here. That wasn't a wise thing to say, because who's picking today? Me. I pick every day because I don't trust anybody in here. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm going to make a prediction.
All right, make it quick, though, because I got very little time left.
When Carlos Martinez is on the mound, when he's really on, they call him the tsunami?
Yeah.
The red tsunami, that's what I'm predicting.
Red tsunami.
Oh, you're predicting, so you think it's going to be they're going to kill, right?
Yep, I think they're going to kill him.
All right, well, I hope you're right. But we got to get out the vote. I mean, the polls say with 85% chance the Dems pick up the House. So we got to get out that vote.
The polls said a 99% chance that Trump's going to lose.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's the reason why we got to go out, because we know the polls suck. Okay?
Yeah, polls are wrong.
Cannot believe the polls.
Get off your
All
butt
right.
and go vote.
Okay, and while you're saying that, now would you get off my phone, please? Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. You're in the hat. I'm going to pick this thing in about 5 minutes because we got to do another break right now. As soon as my guy's there, he's got it. Stands on the ball. Call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
Ram Power Days are here at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Rolla. Hi, I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager, and once you feel the power of a new Ram, you won't want anything else. Stop in now and you can get in a 19 Bighorn Edition and you can save up to $10,000 in cash rewards. You won't have to play 20 questions to look at our vehicles, and you won't have to worry about hidden fees. We're your hometown dealer, and we'll do our absolute best to treat you right. So before you pick out your next truck, stop in at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on South Bishop or online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
Congratulations, caller 93. You won!
Wow! Are you serious?
I absolutely am.
Oh my gosh!
To claim your prize,
Woo!
just pull up to the next window, please.
Woo!
Ma'am?
Oh,
Ma'am, can you pull up, please?
Of course.
It feels like a big win when you get a deal like this. Introducing McDonald's new $6 Classic Meal Deal. Choose one of 4 favorites like the Quarter Pounder with cheese, plus any size soft drink, small fries, and a pie. At participating McDonald's for a limited time. Cannot be combined with any other offers.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
They will promise to liberate you from all that chains you. And then they will do absolutely nothing for you. Once upon a time, I was a liberal. But liberalism has changed, so I am walking away. And I encourage all of you to do the same. Walk away.
Did you anticipate when you posted that video in May that so many people would join you and walk away from liberalism?
Well, I had hoped that that would be the result, but I mean, where we are today, I could never have possibly anticipated. We had our gala dinner last night to kick off this weekend, and it was over full. We had people that we had like 40 people that we had to bounce from the event who were trying to get in. No, I never anticipated that it would turn into this massive movement that we're seeing today.
All right, we're back on the show, and I'm about to pick the winner of the contest here for the $35 McDonald's gift card. Well, I got to be honest because I actually picked it. But yeah. I can't fake that, okay?
No.
So I was a little dishonest there. I'll try not to ever let that happen again. But for your curiosity and for your patience, I want to congratulate the liberal Kevin from St. James. All right, congratulations, Kevin. You got to call me at 573-578-2700. Let's call that after, after 1 o'clock this afternoon, okay? 573-578-2700, all right? And you win a $35 McDonald's gift card. He used to yell at me that, I'm never going to win that. You're never going to pick me. Well, guess what? I picked you, and it was honest.
That's right.
Okay?
And here, listen to this, Kevin, because this is very important.
Kevin, you listen now. Hit it.
The commonality of all of them is people are fed up with what's happening on the left, whether their issue is the lies, the manipulations, the targeting of minority groups, the socialism, the communism, the focus on illegal immigrants over American citizens. And for a lot of people, you know, my group I launched it on May 26th of this year, but we had a huge second wave after the Kavanaugh hearings. And what was really interesting with that was these were like the really kind of diehard loyalists, people in their 60s and 70s who have been Democrats their whole life, who said, this was the final straw for me. I've had enough. I'm walking away. The one thing that people didn't see, and I think it's what I'm most proud of, are the African Americans and the Hispanic Americans, the LGBT people, these minority groups that I think the Democratic Party has had sort of a stranglehold for so long on. They are walking away. And we're going to see so many of those people today at the march. We saw them last night at the dinner. That's what makes me so proud.
Brendan, is the reason part of the reason they're walking away is they don't want to be seen as one identity group. They want to be seen as a free-thinking individual, as an American. That's how they see themselves.
That's absolutely right. I mean, it's a movement, I think, about self-empowerment. It's about getting rid of identity politics, you know, but I think above and beyond that as well, I think people are starting to see the way that the liberal media and the Democratic Party manipulate these groups with fear and intimidation. People don't want to be scared. They don't want to be told constantly, you're in danger, you can't succeed, the system is rigged against you. People are starting to see that's not true because they're doing well, and they want to walk away. They want to be self-empowered.
All right, we're back on the show. That was two of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're back on the show. A couple of other things I want to bring up before we have to get on to other things. Heather Lauer, ex-Fox newscaster, was the spokesperson for the Department of State, and now is going to be the new UN ambassador if she accepts. How about that?
Wow.
Mueller has directed the FBI to investigate rape allegations against him. Sounds like a fraud, but, too bad, so sad. How about all the fraudulent stuff you've been doing, jerk? Hillary jokes about all blacks looking alike. Megyn Kelly is fired for much less. All right? Okay, what else I got here? Brazil is going to move their embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. They had another conservative elected in Brazil. Usually they're run by leftists that has run them into the ground, so that's a healthy thing. The Connors without Roseanne, they're going down. They're dying. Probably you're gonna see maybe one or two more episodes, and they're dead. You drink black coffee, guess what? You're a potential psycho. Give me no coffee, I go psycho. All right, let's hit number 3, the third extra, please. Okay, and that'll be, and then we got the fifth extra. We'll do that. How's that?
This president, one of the things that he really launched his presidential run on is talking about Islamic radicalization. And this president has radicalized so many more people than ISIS ever did. I mean, the way he talks, the way he
it's
the way he talks, the way that he allows these people, the way he winks and nods to these groups, the way he says, I know I'm not supposed to say it, but I'm a nationalist, the way that he hems and haws when he has to condemn these people and kind of gritting his teeth, kind of says, fine, okay, I condemn this, but then, and all
Jake,
his...
for you not to push back on that.
You're about to push back on, but to bring...
That's irresponsible. For her to say that the President of the United States has radicalized more people than ISIS is irresponsible.
Yeah, and she came back and semi-apologized and then just said, well, pretty much too bad. Guess which network? CNN. Mm-hmm. How about that? Right. How about that? All right, CNN. And this is the nut. These people are just absolutely nuts. By the way, in the ratings, CNN and CNN got killed in October, and MSNBC was down 20%. And Fox News was on top.
3 out of the 4 top shows.
Yeah, how about that? How about that?
Maddow got in there somehow.
Well, yeah, Maddow's in there in the 3rd or 4th spot. Yeah. That's true. All right, we're going to hear from, I want you to listen now. This is the last Belushi that I'm going to play for a while. And it's about getting out the vote, okay? I want you to feel this. A lot of you grew up with this movie, okay? I like to think that I did too, kind of. Hit it.
Hey! What's this lying around shit? Well, what the hell is supposed to do, you moron?
War's over, man. Wormer dropped the big one.
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
German? Forget it, he's rolling.
And it ain't over now. Because when the going gets tough, the toughs get going. Who's with me? Let's go! Come on! Ah! Where's the spirit? Where's the guts? Huh? This could be the greatest night of our lives. But you're gonna let it be the worst. Oh, we're afraid had to go with you, Pluto. We might get in trouble. Well, just kiss my ass from now on. Not me. I'm not gonna take this. Warmer, he's a dead man. Marmalade, dead. Niemeyer, dead. Pluto's right. Psychotic, but absolutely right. We gotta take these bastards. Now, we could fight them with conventional weapons. That could take years and cost millions of lives. No. No, in this case, I think we have to go all out. I think this situation absolutely requires a really futile and stupid gesture be done on somebody's part. We're just the guys to do it. Let's do it. Let's go!
That's Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go! Come on, you wake up early. You get down there early. You get all the kids that are old enough. You get your uncles, your aunts, your crazy nutty uncles, and your friends that are hungover. You know, get them down there, and we need to vote. Okay, we can't do this without you guys. Nobody can do it without you. You're important to us, okay? You're important to the United States of America, okay? You want to put everything in, and all you got to do is go pull a couple of levers or, fill in a sheet. That's all you got to do, okay? And we need you, okay? We don't want Nancy Pelosi back having subpoena power, so she claims, over the president, all right? So thank you so much. You have a great weekend. I'll see you next week with another edition of the Dave Weinbaum Show.
Powerhouse.
How was it?